being here. I know Battle of BC is happening right now too, but if you're watching both of us, or at least like stopping by, we appreciate y'all for
Yeah.
supporting the smaller tournaments happening during a pretty much a major weekend because I consider that a major.
Oh, I mean, BOBC is huge. I mean, they
Mhm.
have like I was reading Edwin's, top 16 people, and
Mhm.
I was like, I
Oh
kept
yeah,
expecting some of the smaller names that I knew were going to be up there, and it's like, yeah, S2J is like the 16th seed, which is
yeah, this,
which is
and
just
like this,
insane. Like that's the statement. Like, yeah, S2J's, he might get top 8 if you make some upsets. Like that's absurd. But if you have Hungrybox, Zane, and just those two alone, that makes it like an incredible major already. And the
exactly.
fact that like the names are still stacked that far down to like
Mhm.
16 or whatever, like
He was 16, yeah. It was
uh,
like really high.
so it's
But
certainly a major.
definitely one. I'm like I said, I'll be going to the East version, which is get on my level in a couple of weeks. I will be. I got approved for media badge just the other day too, so I'll be shooting
Ooh,
content there approved by the venue.
nice.
So I'm excited for that. Very excited to announce something else. I'm going to wait to announce in the coming weeks, but can't say that publicly just yet. And it's going to be great. It's my first time going to Canada too, so I don't know if you've been to Canada before, but I'm just excited to go. Got my passport in time. Gonna be doing some more like out of the country ventures, just like in general too, like just for like melee stuff, or like maybe going to Europe just for fun sometime too.
I mean,
But
everybody should
it's gonna be good.
travel if they're able to. I can tell you, one of my friends just got to Canada for the first time, and they stopped into a Tim Hortons, and that was a mistake. All the Canadians
Really,
told him not to do that. So that can be my one piece of advice to you.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
My other goals while I'm there is to have bagged milk and probably poutine too. Bagged milk has been on my list for like a whole year. I don't know why. Ever since I heard about it from like a streamer friend, like another Canadian friend, I'm like, I gotta try bagged milk at least once and give it judgment. Canadians, feel free to speak up about bagged milk in chat. Otherwise, we got our first match. I think at the hand warmer at least.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Where
Axis and Poppy Fern. Oh,
was it?
Tarima.
Is it? Oh, okay. We're both the brack. Or
Or
yeah,
Taro Tarima?
Tarot
Tarima.
Which one is Axis in?
We're in pool 3.
Pool 3, yeah, Joey, that's in this pool too. Yeah, oh, it's also round robin pools. Exact age of DQing, so we'll have 2 matches across the board for everybody here. Yeah, that is Terrorima, I think is how you say it. I could be wrong about that. If you watch this VOD back, please correct me. Yes, it'll be good. Falcon Ditto. I said there are a lot of Falcons in this bracket, even after the DQs. So I'll probably feel like we'll be seeing a lot of good old Douglas here. But yeah, Axis, kind of talking about him earlier. He had an interesting day at Giga Hug too.
Did he make a good run?
No, so his matchups that he got. So I'll explain what happened. He goes on stream first. He's playing a player called Eddie Connecticut. Someone who I met, really nice guy, really fun commentator too. So the thing about Eddie Connecticut is he plays random. So
Interesting.
what
Interesting.
happened is it's a best of 5 set. So I think they go through. It's like Falcon Doc game 1, Falcon Puff, and I think he goes Falcon. I think he went Luigi game 3. But so yeah, he goes through like a mid-tier gauntlet with like the one top tier, and then after that he has to go play Dexterous Chris. Dexterous Chris plays Game and Watch. So
Mhm.
he's going through the character ringer, like getting these like stuff thrown at him, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? He tweeted about it after that too. He was like, CT definitely has something going on here, but I just said in reply a based Eddie Connecticut because it was just a fun set to watch as I was watching it. But again, that's a little story. I don't know how he did. I think he like either made out of pools or was like one set away from making it to like top 24 or something like that. But again, like I said, shout out Jersey for pulling through. B-Bats was there. Truck was there from Jersey as well. So I just love seeing like making the trips up here.
Yeah, I think it's just great when people like choose to have fun. There's so many of my friends are, I see them posting like, "Oh, I'm not having fun with Melee anymore. Like I feel like I'm so bad at this game. I'm just dog at it and nothing I do will ever like make a difference." And then I hear stories like this and I'm like, we have to remember that it's fine to like strive and to practice and to hold yourself accountable for the goals that you want to reach, but at the end of the day, it's a game,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
And yeah, and like I was in an Uber ride today, and my driver was like roughly around like I think our age group, like it's probably like we were playing a lot of video games. It's also in like the fighting games. He plays a lot of DBZ fighters. He was like, yeah, at the end of the day, like I love the community part. That's what he was telling me about. It's like, I absolutely agree with that. Like sure, like competition is all in fun in that, but like so you like go to IRL stuff. Like you meet people. Like you build relationships with people, and you just have a good time. And what
Mhm.
brings you back not only is the game, it's the people that you meet. And sure, people come and go, but it doesn't change the fact that there are awesome people that come into the scene and will just continue to keep this game alive and also secure like beautiful relationships too. People always say, Chad, that video games just like ruin your social skills. I think Melee and other esports are just the antithesis of that. They actually help people a lot. Like in actual research that I've done, actually said this in this article that I read. But yeah, anyway, that's my esports bit being said. But I think I might actually get the first game after that hand warmer.
Yeah, I think they were probably just finishing striking and whatnot. Hopefully, we'll have that soon. As it comes to the Ditto, I'm not super well versed in what Axis or Zarema enjoy picking, but I mean, it's a Cam Falcon Ditto, and I feel like Cam Falcon's at that sweet weight where Cam Falcon could just mess them up. You know what I'm trying to say? Like every stomp lands the stomp thing. You know, your aerials just connect. You know, if I don't see a triple or a quadruple up air chain at least once, it's gonna be a you know, just start to take it off, Kreestab. Like, you just switch to another set. It's not worth it anymore.
What's going on? Joey was missing in action. So
this is an Arcadian. I demand the best.
I'm trying here, okay? So we originally were gonna do Joey Bats, but Joey Bats couldn't be found. So then we were gonna do Tiarima, but there was connection issues, so we were figuring that out. And then while we were figuring that out, Joey Bats came back. So now we're gonna do Joey Bats.
Okay. So second we talk about the Ditto, we get a not two adults going out. So we got Captain Falcon, but we got a child instead. So I don't know if we got back in time here, but Joey Bats, the trend continues. I commented one Joey Bats tournament set per casting block that I do. I love this tradition so much. I don't know a lot about Ness, but shout out Boone because it's Ness here in New England. But another hand warmer. Here we go again. But this one, I feel like it's the total opposite of what Ditto. This one I feel like is really hard for the boy. It's just like what does Ness have aside from like forward air and sweet spot back air? I guess
Ness
like,
has the privilege of being like not the last character in the tier list. But I mean, low-key, he's got some stuff, right? Fair and dash attack, while not the strongest, have insane range. The back air actually hits like a truck. And if anybody's ever seen like the funny down tilt infinites, I mean, already like it's almost like that Pikachu where it feels like Axis has been hit a lot, but it's only got 40% on him. I mean, that's like 2 or 3 Fox hits instead. I think the challenge is just going to be find your way in and then absolutely punish the painful character that is Ness.
And like I was saying this about Joey Bats versus B-Bats back at Salt Mine last time. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Is that like it might take a little bit for someone like Axe to kind of get used to what Ness's toolkit is. So you might see a lot of like him getting opened up early in this like set and for game one.
Right.
But I feel like over time, like, there's a call out knee on the area right there. Hopefully this isn't going to enter for Axis. Like, almost got the knee.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think you're 100% right on the, you know, just kind of like understanding and learning some of the, you know, I've never actually played a Ness of the quality of Joey Bats where they actually know what they're doing and it's not some meme net play thing, right? But one knee YOLO'd, like actually took Ness from 50% to almost death. If he would have held or, you know, kind of gone out to challenge the up B, it would have been a different story. Like here, he'll have another opportunity, good double jump cancel to get out of it, but now Axis is starting to feel a lot more confident.
Yeah, like Axis is really running into as many Ness aerials compared to the first stock, so I feel like he's starting to get more comfortable pretty quickly too, but he'll finally go down at 121 there. But I want to see what happens as he's invincibility. He's going to take back stage. He's more going to chase him down Ness. Okay, this is big. Yeah, because at that point too, like Ness's weight is just too perfect for that.
60% and throw leads into knee? That's not okay. That's just mean.
And like he's not the heaviest character. He's a kid. He weighs so little. Of course he's gonna get obliterated after that too. Like I guess Franklin Batch might help him. He has to wait here for projectiles and Earthbound. So I don't know what he's got.
Yeah, and already this stock. I mean, you're 100% right. He's not getting opened up by these fairs anymore. Like the dashbacks, he's just extending them a little bit further. When he's approaching, you know, he's overshooting his aerials a little bit more. I mean, this is the biggest amount of damage that Bats has gotten in a while, and he's going to need a lot more to get a kill. Because, I mean, as easy as it is for Captain Falcon to find these, I mean, Ness's kill has been a back throw at like 130. Like, that is not sustainable.
Yeah, that like kill instead of his lived on since like past this game. That's like a Smash 4 kill setup too. I think it's also a thing. I think it might have been a thing in Ultimate as well. But like here, it's like you got to work out more than that too. But like I think Axe again just keeping his space pretty well as you were saying, and like yeah, SDing out of the fair, he's getting extra percent too. That is huge. Like, I feel like as he gets like a more higher percent, he will be more successful in sweet spot back air as we were talking about. That can kill. But again, Axis going back to the corner. First, I've really seen Axis in the corner since the first stock. But that gentleman getting Ness away. And Joybats just trying, but Axis is just positioning himself so well to stay out of the range. He is not taking a hit from any of these aerials. I feel like it's just kind of like we're kind of doing like the peanut brain Jigglypuff, where you're just like throwing out aerials, throwing out an aerial. But finally gets the sweet spot back air there.
That was one of the first back airs I think that Bats have thrown out in quite some time. Instead using, you know, the wall of fairs, but I mean, it's a whole stock down, and it's like, you know, a little bit of a slower, you know, a thinking man's kind of a game, if you'll bear with me on that analogy.
Yeah. Ned's got a big forehead. Definitely is pretty knowledgeable, too, so he's got to figure out something here for going against the driver.
He's got a huge head. All right, not quite able to get anything off of the grabs at super low percent. I wonder when that actually starts kind of comboing, or if Axis can flip things up a bit, but you know, if Bats can actually find this kill here, it'll be an even game.
But doesn't get quite a follow up off the down. He gets a re-grab though, but he's kind of just opting, like, kind of waiting to see what Bats does next. But Bats getting some more pressure in, but rolls out of that dash deck just barely. But Joey Bats reset doesn't quite get it, and Axis will probably ride that. Oh, hits him with the super kick party. 3 up airs. Hold up, another one. Nah, doesn't get for me. I thought that was gonna lead to a kill too, because like,
you know, I was asking for 4 up airs earlier, but I think I can settle for 3. That's pretty good.
I call, if I was wondering, I call that the super kick party because he's literally like hitting him in the face with his boot, and in wrestling we call it a super kick basically. I think it just works out pretty well there.
I mean, hey, it's there's certainly other terminology that we have in, you know, Smash that makes less sense.
Exactly. I dig it. Oh, okay, almost got the side gear. First we really see from Axis there too, but next chase, we haven't really seen a lot of chasing from Bats. He's kind of starting to throw it out there now. But there's the call out me, but still, like, Joey Bats keeping it competitive. And if I'm him, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a slow match for Captain Falcon. 4.5 minutes.
I feel like Axis is like maybe feels a little bit more. I would say, but not slow, but like more methodical is what I would say. Because I know he's like able to like kind of get the hit and kind of ride with it for a little bit. But he has that moment where he kind of pulls back and kind of waits for Joey Bats to approach or go somewhere, and then kind of reads the trade. But now, the stage that has been a topic of discussion for a while, fought, so it can be a little bit interesting more with the platforms. I know I see Joey Bats go here pretty much in like most sets I see him play. I know he took V-Bats here in their set back in Salt Mine. I think they played both games here. So I want to see how the platform's going to fit. I know Falcon's here. I've seen the long change. It's like, you know, I've talked about it a lot before. They kind of like growing more fond of the stage, I feel like. But I want to see what Joey Bats has got here.
I think it's a little bit more of a, I guess I'll learn to live with this stage.
Yeah. I like feel like it's also having with like Mars from Dreamland too. I feel like, you know, that depends on the matchup as well though. That could be like not great against floaties obviously, but they've gotten more accustomed to that too in recent years. There's the back air sending Axis away. There's the
this
regrab, okay.
Might be a setup, but actually an amazing knee. Gets Axis back to safety. You know, are there any kind of change that you'd like to see? I think for me, one of them is Axis threw out a ton of back airs trying to edgeguard Joey Bats, you know, kind of box him out a few times. I don't think a single back air hit last game.
Yeah, not just like the very end of the set. He got a couple there, but it did take like a couple like rinse and repeat ones to finally get him somewhere there. But I'm also curious to see if like what Joey Bats' like potential like grab game could be like. I think up air could lead to like maybe a potential tech chase or something like that. We don't see that too much. Also, but that's getting a grab that was already a big enough effort to pass. So we won't be seeing too much of that. And it's I know Falcon just kind of grab Nets, just chase him down. You saw throughout game 1. But you know he's got a slight lead. I want to see if he can get back to this one, taking much more pressure. Gets right out of the BK farm SDI. But Axis getting more pressured here, not really able to find us like an easy way in. And there's a get off Nair, so he can't really get these free knees or calls, but this could be what he needs.
Platforms make it a little challenging and not enough drift. Joey Bats up 2 stocks. And unlike game 1, where Axis kind of felt like he was able to wait out a lot of these, you know, just kind of walling fairs, I feel like Axis just actually can't get in.
Yeah,
like at all.
Feels like a role reversal in the last game almost.
No way. Is that gonna end it 100%? He hasn't been touched yet. Oh my god.
Almost a 0 to death. Oh, does get the gentleman either. We saw him hitting gentlemen all the time last game, so maybe he's getting a little bit flustered with that. He jumps into that. Joey Bats is showing too.
I don't know. This is I don't want to say it already, but like low-key, it's almost looking like 4-stock territory.
It could be. If he gets this ledge guard, he'll definitely have a good shot. Oh, he bait out the spot dodge, but he eats people's elbow instead. That like could have been like a back throw setup for Ness. Instead, he doesn't get the grab because he baited it, but didn't follow up, and it turned into a Axis stock instead. So took it a little too slow on the trigger there.
I think that was both players kind of made a couple flubs and it just worked out because I don't think Axis wanted to toss an F smash.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those like unintentional bad reads you see people do sometimes. I do it sometimes as Puff, where I throw out a random S-Side, but it works. And I'm like, okay, I didn't mean to do that, but I meant to fair, but I'll take that instead. I'll just call someone else's movement.
Sometimes the unpredictability is strength in of itself.
Yes, sir. But also like, once like you're like, kind of like mid-7 for player, you're expecting to do like, okay, they're gonna do this, but they throw it, like, oh, whoa, they're throwing me off guard. Like, that could pretty much happen right there.
Oh, Ness gets up there? Oh my god, he's keeping the edge guard going. I can't believe he actually, almost looking like Sheik for a second here, but oh. Okay, top player, top character advantage.
That's what you expect. That's what you expect to see, as you saw throughout the kind of the first half of the first game. But yeah, Bat's not feeling flustered that much though. Kind of going back to stage control. And again, Axis can't find a way after that stock, but gets back onto stage from ledge, but still stuck in the corner. This is gonna be a good one for Axis. Let's go quick and get the read right. And okay, now finally got Axis back in stage control. Now to see if Bats can come in. Wait, Jack reset. It's so good throughout this entire set.
So fast at actually making that confirm happen.
Yeah, plus like he always knows he's not going to second place when he gets them, because I feel like he's like, all right, he's predicting the no tech, and he just goes for the pretty much like a frame 1 jab attempt, and it works. That's like a lot of practice showing off right there too. And Bats on the board. So we got a game through. I think this is a best of 3 because it's pools. I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
they've got to be.
Yeah, game 3. So if you're Axis, you have to think about, okay, I got blown up a lot, and I wasn't able to control as well as I did last game. Maybe it was how
I would like to see Dreamland. I think game number 1, Axis started doing really well when he was able to kind of dash out of the range of all those fairs, choose his opportunities, and bigger stage like Dreamland gonna give more opportunities to do that, and more flyby attacks, because whenever he's in the corner like he is now, sometimes it feels like he gets flustered. He doesn't know how to get in. He's just eating these huge aerial walls in front of him, and bigger space. I mean, more opportunities.
Definitely. And we know how Falcons enjoy this stage too. But yeah, if you're Axis, you won't be as like stuck in the corners and stuff throughout the VOD game, and the platforms will be stationary. But still, Axis getting caught in another PK fire is gonna eat a little bit of % for that side beat that he just flowed above and was chilling. That up tilt was so beautiful too from Joey Bats.
Honestly, he makes Ness look good. I don't understand how. Hit him.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Does he have the angle? He does. Axis a little wary. I mean, you gotta be careful. The Thunder Jacket does an insane amount of damage if you get hit by it.
It does, because like it has a really good knockback, and it can kill you, especially like this higher % that Axis is at. It's pretty deceptive. You will get shocked and you will lose that stock.
A lot of the throws Axis has been going for whenever he gets a grab has been down throw. Could we, and this doesn't feel like it's leading to all that much. Could we switch that up to like an up throw? At least get like a fair or an up air or something. Just some damage.
Sorry, it might be like a percentage thing. I feel like where it's like I feel like maybe a mid % or like high or like low high %, or it's probably 70%ish. Maybe could lead to something. Any Falcon in the chat who might know, feel free to clarify. But I feel like you have an extra % for it to do that for a mix up.
Yeah, which Falcon is well versed in the Ness matchup?
I'm trying to think here. Some here in New England, Mike, because I know Calvar has a Ness. He's played the 10 locals here. I know there's a story once where we were in Shine 2016. It's Choco Guy versus Calvar. Calvar goes to Ness, I think, game 2 or 3, and takes game off Choco Guys and Falcons. So I'm like, all right. So Falcons gonna learn this, and eventually I think someone's gonna be in New Hampshire. But different scenario here. Axis still kind of put it back together, and that's gonna be a rinse and repeat. Not dead. We're on Dreamland.
Yeah, he's kind of been fading close to ledge, and with Nessa's poor move speed, I think you just hold all the way into stage. I mean, he held back both times, and it led to a regrab and then some. And here, I mean, 50%, 60% grab, he's still doing that down throw, and it hasn't led to anything.
Yeah, that's a hold ledge. Oh, yeah, look, he's got the magic hands is what we call it with Dr. Mario. He's like, this decent away, but still able to grab the ledge after Axis let go of it. So that's twice now we've seen Axis premature let go of ledge on the Thunder Jacket in this game. Almost gets the again.
I can't believe that he's living!
That's 3.
Joey Bats, what on earth? How does he know these recoveries? 120, and it's still not leading to knee. I don't think it's percent dependent. I think it's just the wrong throw.
He's got to think. Maybe I want to see if he goes for the up throws, which I'm talking about. But that up air is still not going to get the job done. All right.
There we go.
There you go. There's like the slight rate. I agree a little bit. It's just like it's so hard to, but finally he at least holds ledge. Because I feel like after a while he gets towards the top where kind of the apex of the high hitbox goes away, I think. He's going to be careful on the timing of when you will go. Because you don't want to get blown up by it.
Alright, this is the... Oh, finally! This is like the 4th time that he's tried to like read the distance back with the stomp, and first stomp to actually hit. Doesn't get too much out of it, but every little bit counts. Oh my god, what an angle! Okay, this guy is goated.
Yeah, like, this is like stuff I expect Joey Bats to do, honestly. Like, he has been super good. So here's another attempt. He's gonna go up. Axe. I was thinking up air there if he had the right angle for it. Well, ops are back air. Maybe it's a drift read, or maybe it's gonna flip.
We'll see. Okay, Axis is now he's getting inside his head.
Because like, yeah, now we're kind of seeing again. It's kind of like the role reversal of game 1. I feel like Axe is just approaching him like you're seeing like raw knee or like some kind of aerial, but like Joey Bats is just conditioned to expect that now. It's like, all right, I'm gonna bait you out and see what you could do off the punish, but Ness too far out. Up you won't be worth it. Axe is finally back in the lead because after being down like most of game 2 and now to this point in 3, we could be going to last stock game 3.
This edge guard's really important. If Bats gets this kill, I mean then it's super even obviously, but if Axis survives and gets even like 20, 30, 40%, oh my god, I even got messed up by that one. That was a good drift.
Yeah, but I would have probably looked over the ledge there if I was playing. I feel like I would expect him to land on stage, but now ops to go for ledge.
Well, stock of champions here, game 3, and Bats has a slight lead, but oh, punch him, punch him.
That's no gentleman in this one. Again, not rearing its head. It's at bottom of the 9th in this one. But oh, here's a grab. Tech chase.
Oh,
yeah, this is what I've wanted. This is what I wanted to see.
Reverse back air. Oh my god. Oh, the spot dodge for the bat.
He went for the home run. He might get it anyway.
Oh, he's done. He's done. That was insane. There was like 3 stocks that set where Bats just popped off, had huge combos, and make Ness move like nobody has a right to make a move. That was a well-earned win.
Very well earned. It felt like the adjustments that Joey was making, because he because it felt like he was just kind of throwing stuff out in game 1 and it wasn't really going. But you might just take it as kind of like, all right, I want to see how Axis plays. You kind of do like the all right, you get the download, and then as you say, get more in his head throughout game 2 and 3. And as close as it got there, we thought that Axis could have had a chance there. Joey Bats holds on and does get the set win in a very, very hot start to the night. Chat popping off. Joey Bats have a well-earned in a matchup that I feel like it's just incredibly hard for the boy. But he'll be moving on with this one. That's his first win of, I think, 2 sets in this pool. Oh, let's see. Yeah, they got Terra Remen up next. So that's another one. So yeah, because in this pool chat, Zach Danger DQ'd, but we still got another set for each of them to play in this pool. But what a start.
Man, I've got a penchant just for any low tier. Like I will, commentators were supposed to be, oh, we're no bias here. We're both, we're just trying to bring you the game as best we can. But no, I'm 100%. Whenever there's a low tier on screen, that's me. Like I'm rooting for the low tier 100% of the time.
You just want to see them like just show it off. Like, I know you have like, it might be hard to watch when there's like a good like low tier. We have also we have a Kirby in here, Captain Pretzels in this bracket. We got a Zelda, I think, from what Start to GG told me, and Panda with Becca, if that's true. And there's other ones you'll see throughout tonight too that will be like, oh, this character we don't really see before. And like when they just show off the toolkit, it's just like impressive to watch. And like I'm sure we didn't see a yo-yo glitch, sure, but that stuff is hard to the tournament. I know back at a weekly here, a long time ago, I don't know who remembers Mofo in chat, legendary Ness player, really good at executing a yo-yo glitch in bracket. I remember I was watching a set between him and Stacy's stepdad, and it was a lot of like, he had plays it, but Stacy's stepdad also
What a
knew.
name.
Yeah, also
what an absolute name.
It's a great name. Shout out Jordan. Let's go main, by the way. Yeah, it's a great thing. It was kind of interesting. Okay, I can't go here because I'm hit by the yo-yo glitch. It was a very strategic set. Do we love Melee? And I think what I saw there,
I think we're getting some more low tiers. I don't know who I'm supposed to choose. Who do I root for between a Zelda and a Kirby?
But I'm seeing in this one.
It's a Peach. I'm sorry. I thought it was.
Yeah, this is 33 Toes. This is a New England player. We got Kirby versus Peach. Another match I just feel, I just feel like, what does Kirby got? Because I feel like Peach is zoning and like able to kind of drift away from Kirby and call him out. Should in theory be in Peach's favor. But Captain Pretzel I've heard a little bit about. Guys, see, also repping Green Kirby, a skin I feel alright about, and I prefer other Kirby killers. I'm more of a white Kirby fan. But
I don't know. Kirby has a couple of things, right? His roll and tilts are actually really good against Peach. They kind of break her crouch cancel pretty early. All things, there it is, right? You know, cross up and the up tilt. But Kirby being as light as it is, a lot of Peach's moves will just kill really early, let alone her kill throws. Right? You can't forget about that. Plus, Kirby notorious for having, you know, weak moves. I mean, that's an offstage back air at 140, and I mean that almost like barely kills him.
yeah, it's kind of like it's very much like a slightly worse Puff Bear, but it has like just as much knockback and damage. I feel like it's just his range is not as strong. Yeah, Kirby up tilt, obviously not as good as it is in the Smash 64 because that is busted in that game. You know, it still gets like good damage.
Take it.
It's not gonna make it back.
Holy!
And that's 2 soft 0%. So you know what that is? That's a halftime.
That is a halftime. You know, would it be a Kirby main if he didn't homie stock?
That's it. That's super. I mean, I feel like you got to do it with fans at least once in this one. That's a huge shout out.
Not again though. Okay. That down smash is hilarious every time, but yo, Pretzel's kind of a he's making me a believer that maybe Kirby's only like the 23rd worst character.
Yeah, like it's still not great, but I feel like, you know, he's not like, you know, I mean, Zelda has forward air and back air. I mean, Bowser has up B, but that's really about it, because he's such a big target other than that. I don't think who else. I think I saw Stitch Face there. I could be wrong.
I don't think they
does main Kirby, chat. This is their legit main.
So is it worth it for Kirby to suck up Peach and get the Peach powers? Because you get Toad, right?
Yeah, Toad is just more of a what's the word? A call out. You see Peach's I see like kind of like I see like Peach's like Law do it. I feel like on occasion for more of a read thing. But
I don't know if he's got any jumps.
Yeah. Oh no, jump Kirby out. Kirby's drift also not really. But kind of like night and day with Puff. I feel like Puff's drift is incredible, best aerial drift in the game. Kirby's just doesn't travel as far as quickly, so it's a lot easier to call out on like stuff like that. Not gonna make it far.
Well, small shield, but you don't have any shines or anything crazy to punish. Toad's still living, 143. Oh, little baby tilt, not quite doing it either. Grab ledge. Oh,
calls it out too.
Yeah,
All
actually,
right.
no other character in the game could get there, other than Kirby. So that's a Kirby unique tech.
It's a very it's such like a close win. Because with Peach, like I'm so worried if I just go out and attack Peach by the ledge, I just get clipped by the parasol and it's a turn around. But in that case, no, Kirby can just thread the needle right there.
A couple of things that I haven't seen this Kirby do so far is actually use down air all that much. He's thrown it off the ledge a few times, but if Peach is kind of crouching middle of the stage, it's just a better drill. Like, it's slow as all get out, but the move hits like a truck.
It also has like that meteor hit, so if you're not ready for it, you can just get meteor scan. You can get meteor spike, but you have to be like really quick with your reaction to it, so you don't get all the way down. If you can get that on Peach, that is massive for you. But last stock scenario, and
oh my god, who blinks first? 106 across the board. Little DBZ now 115. You couldn't script this. If it ends at 4 minutes, I'm losing my mind.
Oh my god, it's so close. He's just trying to get down too, because like, Kirby can't go far. There, yeah, there's a down air. There it is. It put him down, and he was able to set up a back air with it. That was beautiful. But can they steal the deal?
Oh my god, Kirby stands. Send your energy. Pretzel needs it. Oh, the up air just.
And he gets it first.
Woo! And that's with a homie stock.
That's Oh my god, you're
right.
Let's
go.
That could have been a 2-stock, but no, Captain Pretzel adding more to the story, going absolutely brazy with it, taking that stock, that ledge cancel down air like was like the moment for me, because like he got the hit, then came down with the back air like instinctively, and it just led to the very slow and played out like edge guard / finish to the match. Super good. Like, it's just using this very limited toolkit that the Puffball has. Because, like I said, your aerials, you got up air, back air, and down air. Forward has the multiple hits, but if you want that solid hit, you go for those ones.
Just
I feel bad, though, for... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just a piece of information, if you haven't checked the bracket, is Captain Pretzel beat the first seed in this pool, Tybex, 2-0 before the set.
What? So that's Kirby Marth. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
like I can at least see Kirby Peach. Like I can understand it. Like okay, you know, you play it like a Puff. You know, you've got big moves. You challenge her in the air. Sure, it makes sense. I don't know how you do Marth, but I kind of feel bad for 33 Toes because you know Peach already is like I don't know, not in like the top 5 characters already. Like already is like you know air quote you know high tier but not top tier.
Yeah.
And like we all love more Peach mains, you know, especially with the rise of like Laud and other other players. But there's no love for 33 Toes in the chat. I'm sorry. It's only there's only pretzel stands right now.
I'm just mad that they're from my region, but here I am as a childhood Kirby main cheering on the Kirby, and I feel terrible for it. I'm gonna get yelled at what up next time I go there.
Embrace the Kirby.
I kind of have as a floaty player.
There it
too.
is. There it is. There's that down air to challenge the crouch, and it does work.
Yeah, because you get multiple hits on that too, so you gotta get out of that quick if you're Peach. Ooh, there's back air at a shield, very classic counter. Oh, there's a Toad, but they stay out of range.
Steal it. Steal it. Give him the suck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
thinking
I wanna see a neutral B from Kirby once.
Do we see a Kirby side? Chad, do we see a Kirby side? Do we think that Cat Pretzel is that crazy to go for it?
I think any self-respecting Kirby main does not resort to such cheap tricks.
Does not resort to the BM shot. Ooh, there's a beefy little down smash. Give him the spin cycle. Waits for it, but no. And what I like about it is that they called out the float drift with the tilt. He's getting the absolute peak of the up tilt. Very nice choice there from Pretzel. Another call.
The idea was there, but oh my god, does he have the distance? No, not anymore.
No jump. Yeah, no jump. Way too low. Because like
man, that was a great turn up.
Yeah, the placement of that. It's kind of like we saw. It's kind of like the reverse of what we saw with the Kirby back here in the last game. Like threaded perfectly and just poked your way from the left so you can't grab it. Oh, the Dream Turnip coming out. 2 hits. Yeah.
Oh, the Dream Turnip. Come on, man. You're better than that. You're better than that.
You're the first person to call it out.
No.
I got Jake saying that. I'm pretty sure. Oh, went for the suck. Didn't get it. That's what the mask is, chat.
Dude, easily the best throw in the game for like animation wise, but it does so little.
Yeah, it does like this. I mean, Kirby's other throws just don't work. Forward throw you can just mash out of, or like press
Same
like
with back, yeah.
Yeah, he just
9%. Oh, the hammer! That was so much damage, actually.
It feels like so weak in theory when you use it, but actually give like this. I think I got like almost every hit there.
I mean, it does nothing. If Peach was not in the air, you can do anything that you want out of it. Oh my god, it's just so fun to see these moves that I haven't seen in such a long time.
Dude, this is just a nostalgia trip for me. This is just what it feels like right now.
I think the only thing we're missing in the Kirby bingo card is the down B rock.
Yeah, that's the class. The float above, get them at high percentage, come down with the big rock.
Dude, they never expect it. They never expect it.
If he does it, which oh my god!
He did it! He got it! I didn't believe that the up throw would push him backward.
Oh my god! He went. That was like the Kirby side to end them all. I want a clip of that right now.
Actually,
someone clip that. That's going in the highlight reel. Fame, and you know what to do when you watch this VOD back. Oh, that's going to my highlight reel for this month. That was too good.
The moment that he got the grab, I'm like, okay, well, he's not going to go for the back throw, but you can't mash out of the up throw. And I was like, okay, whatever. It'll be another 9%. But I didn't know it would go backwards. I didn't know that's how it worked.
I forgot about because there's like this slight pixel where they'll just go up, and it was just at like the apex of the ledge where they're going to go off stage, and he had 2 stocks. Oh, that reaction, that was priceless.
That was priceless. That made my night, honestly. I could be done. I could just leave. I could let you and Creastab sit in a lurch, and I'd be happy with it. Just because I got to see that.
Yeah, I agree. It barely moves. So like, I think they were literally like at the very like I said, apex of the ledge where they're like, all right, they know where they are. They have 2 stocks left. Just like flip it. Yeah, just say fuck it. I'm very curious. I'm curious to see if any other people would know. I've never done that. I like never use up throw to be fair. But like, goddamn, Captain Pretzel knowing some stuff, and Kirby fans.
Whew. Dude, they're popping off.
That's it. It's Triple R and Moon Knight smiling somewhere right now for sure. All right.
Oh, boy. But I
more
think
Falcon action.
That fabled Cam Falcon Ditto, but I believe we have moved tools no longer active. True.
Yeah, this is the Ike pool.
Oh, okay.
Let's look at the Ike. I was just read this. Chat going in. Welcome on in, guys. Appreciate you guys stopping in for during this busy weekend for Melee. Battle of BC. You got this. There's some other stuff happening, I'm sure, but thank you guys for joining us. This is Ike, and I think this is Chipotle Plus. So, I don't know what that could be their tag in Japanese for all I know. I could be wrong about that. Someone feel free to generate that or translate it. But oof, this will be fun. Falcon Ditto. We'll see a lot. Well, I'm also curious to see what the contrast in how they play is and how they play to do it.
Do you know what the who has the higher seed between these two? Is it Chipotle Plus?
It's Chipotle Plus looking cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like oh my god! I looked away and I saw a knee.
Yep. He's the higher seed. Yep.
Okay,
I see that.
Write that down. Higher seed.
Oh man. All right, so earlier we were talking about the the Cat Falcon just like that nice juicy weight that they get to open themselves up on. They can actually kind of tech chase each other slightly. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just who has the game plan, right? For other Dittos, you kind of know like, okay, for Falco Dittos, it's like, okay, establish laser dominance, right? Yeah. For Marth Dittos, it's okay, get to the ledge, find that opening and confirm your edge guards. For Sheik, it's hold down. For Cat Falcon, I feel like it's whoever wants to fly a little bit more. Yeah. Whoever wants to just go sicko mode.
Yeah, whoever just wants to, as Falcon wants to, just go fast and not look back. That's how I feel about this. It's like we've seen it like so far in this first game. Like we've seen Chipotle Plus just get one grab. Well, here's the next one. Okay,
that was a big read.
Yeah, went for the roll in. Does get they roll in that time, but they are not covering it. They're throwing out these aerials. Like they're trying to get like I am trying to read your soul right now. Is what I'm saying. Does get another one, but I respect it. He is getting the openings from a lot of callouts. He finally gets that one, chat. This one going fast. We have not seen a fast game because we have seen these long, methodical games of low tier so far. But with the first actual like fast followers in here going in, but Chipotle Plus, ooh, gonna give him a burrito bowl at the queso.
He has been reading this tech away or tech toward corner every single time, and Ite is not giving it to him. 4-stock averted, but good lord, the damage is done.
Ooh, I was worried he was gonna like get called up there, but just gets the ledge attack with the fast fall. Okay,
yeah, I think this game one's kind of already in the books. I think you got to start thinking about game 2.
Yeah, I would try and like get some more info on what Chipotle Plus's game plan is if you're Ite. But yeah, being not as aggro compared to the first couple of stocks, and actually like getting some couple hits in finally. Oh, the gentleman. This is the up air attempt there.
The slow get up really messed them up, that extra 2%.
There's the knee. Okay, Ite, hold up a minute. Potential reverse force if they can get another clean stock. Okay, here we go.
Okay. There's a lot of distance between that position and here, especially with one throw leading to an aerial edgeguard situation as well. It's another drop twice now. But that Nair, I think, does it.
Yeah, I don't think he had a jump either, from what it looked like. So, holding on. The potential dream was dead there, but we still got another game one to game 2. But yeah, very dominant, like, first couple minutes of that game in Chipotle Plus's favor. But I, starting to put the pieces together a little bit. Change up the strat, again, like, not being as aggressive against Falcon, because, you saw a lot there. Goes in, gets grabbed, gets tech chased, dies. Like, it was literally like, there was a 0-to-death like immediately in that game, and I missed it because I was looking away at the stream for a second. You
can't, not in a Camp Falcon though. You guys gotta stay glued, especially if you're a competitor. But it's starting out the exact same way in the corner. I'm kind of afraid. I saw, there's a little bit of baby adjustment coming in from Ite at the end of game number 1, but I'm a little bit worried for the, the mid-set conditioning, right? Pretzel showed every single time that he's willing to read tech away, and every single time Ite rolled center. Dude, I'm putting money on it right now that he's gonna read tech in instead of tech out.
Yeah, let's see what it is here. Here's the grab. Yeah, went for tech. I think tech in place or tech away there.
Oh!
Tech in, but these jumps are starting to come in a little bit. Ite gonna get an opening here. Gets 2, doesn't get the third one, but now we get a turnaround from Chipotle Plus. Gonna come out on the platform, of course. They're just kind of going back and forth right now. This looks like a slobber knocker type beat.
Still kind of running it, and I mean, that's a heartbreak losing that. You're just a pixel or 2 above getting that knee, and now it's just another edge guard you have to hit. it's more work, and he gets it, but it's still a test.
Yeah, it's still a test of time. But Chipotle Plus will come back in, and here's the call. Has that fresh has inventory for a little bit. Just pressures Ait to the core, but Ait, getting that ledge dash, so be able to come back on the stage relatively unscathed. Doesn't get the call, spot dodge. Now gonna get that tech chase going. There's the call with the get up attack. No roll away or anything. Just reads the get up attack and gets it.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's kind of, you're on the ground and you're just hoping for the best. You're just praying, but it's the same story that we've seen so far. A slight lead just kind of gets elevated over and over, and it's all that Ike can do to just, stay in this game, it feels like.
Oh, wait, there's stuff. Oh, not getting that one, but here's the next one. Oh. There's the roll in, getting it from
I told you it was going to happen.
And you got it. There's the tech, though, so Ike's still going, but this might not mean anything. It just calls it out. Yeah, he switches to up throw because the percent change, too, so good awareness from Chipotle Plus to end that combo like that. But yeah, just keeping that train going. And there's the knee back. We still, decent hill to climb, but how volatile this Ditto can be. Let's see. Oh, there's another roll in. There's another one.
Yeah, he's learning.
Yeah.
It's as soon as your habits start getting kind of picked out, especially when there's just so much, guess man games going on. I mean,
yeah, that was like 3 roll-ins, like in that last minute. He called every single one of them, as you hinted at there.
Yeah, that's that conditioning.
Yep, there's the play, and I think for someone like you got to think about that if you want to mix up your tech patterns. Is after, especially you see it a lot at a higher level too. Like people when you watch round 1 pools, I feel in a major, people will just be all right. I'm gonna quickly understand what the person's gonna do for their patterns. You see someone like Zane, Nun, SUJ, they just call them out constantly. That's why you see the hype bug combos you see all the time, which people pop off for. So gotta get used to that stuff. And the test, maybe not the results that I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's still just for seeding. Definitely still has a long way to go, but Chipotle Plus, I mean, they're showing us why they deserve the 1 spot in this pool.
Absolutely. Looking like a freight train in that one. So look at the other pools. Pool 8, wrap it up. Agent getting the first seed in that one, followed by is it Carl's? Is that you say it?
Which seed? Sorry, which pool are you talking? Pool 8?
I believe that is a reference to the Burrow set from RuneScape, Carols.
Carols, okay. That's what it is. Thank you. I saw the K, I'm like, I don't know if it said differently than Carol.
I'm glad we have a super nerd running this one. I would not have known that.
But say, chat, what was your RuneScape strength? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, did you ever play, actually?
I actually didn't. I just had a bunch of friends that did. I actually never had much access to the internet as a kid. We had a desktop computer, but we didn't really use it a ton. And as I didn't really get into RuneScape when we had it. I was more so someone who used it to browse, get more into YouTube. And that was really about it. I didn't really play a lot of games. I feel like the PC just wasn't built up to it because this is early mid 2000s. I wasn't sure. I had to dial up AOL back then to hear those classic sounds that we all love.
Oh, yeah.
Get online. And that was a challenge in itself. Who remember?
I remember. No, I actually used to play RuneScape. It was bad and awful, but there's fond memories there.
There's good stuff in that. The one that I played was the more modern RuneScape, which is the wrong one to play from what people tell me.
Yeah. People will be very upset with you about that.
Yeah, and that we fixed that quickly. I think just about all the pools are wrapped up. Though looking at this, pool 6 wrapped up. What's pool 5 at?
Since we started a little bit late, we'll be running into bracket a little bit late as well. We're gonna have one more pool set: Stavino versus Little Mitts.
Ooh, Doc Puff. This is a matchup.
Go. And we talked about both these guys earlier.
Yeah, Stavino coming from Jersey, Little Mitts coming from Nova Scotia, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Puff Doc, a matchup that I personally have played a lot in New England. I want to shout out Mr. Lemon, a old school Dr. Mario player who did a lot of work for the character, kind of one of the great utilizers, or that's how you say it, utilizers of up B cancel. Also amazing at just defensive plays, Doc too, but also so aware of his combo game. So seeing that come to play, I'm very curious to kind of see how Little Mitts plays around it. I'm not sure what Docs could be up in Canada. I think Shmeez is Ontario based, if I'm not mistaken.
What's the the general consensus for the matchup? Is it like 60-40 Puff favored? Because I got to imagine Puff wins this matchup pretty handily.
You would think so, yeah, but I think Doc has some stuff. I know like Doc's rest punish is really good. It's just like cape,
Oh,
cape,
I mean,
cape, cape, cape,
yeah,
F
it's
smash.
isn't it the
So
best in the game?
it's one of the best in the game. So you have that. Doc is really weird to rest too because of his properties, and he also has like down throw back air, down throw up air, down throw fair as a kill setup at higher percents. So Doc has
Can
his stuff, and he has pills
can
too.
Puff crouch under the grab like she can for a lot of the other characters like
I
Sheik?
don't remember. I think maybe, but I feel like Doc's grab might because he's shorter too. So I think it might
Oh,
work. I'll do a
true.
refresher. Doc is a shorter. I feel like it should work. I remember playing Lemon a lot. I feel like that didn't really work on him.
Hmm.
Usually, be like I crouched like like maybe back air like low percent or like Nair. We all know his Nair works. That's generic Smash commentary. How Dr. Mario's Nair works.
Yeah,
But
that's the bread and butter.
yeah, that's
Uh,
that's the Smash
I'm just
commentary.
afraid that if Doc ever finds himself off stage, he just dies like
Yeah.
for free. Like, what tools does he have to come back? He's got no mobility. He's got like, I mean, I guess you can throw uphill if you get knocked up high.
Yeah,
But, I
like
mean,
a
Puff just tanks that and then nairs you or something.
exactly.
Like,
Or
what
back
are you
air to
supposed to
forward air.
do?
Like you could hope that like your drift is good. I know Lemon was pretty good about that here, knowing he would drift a lot with his grip, but he only do so much because he kind of like doesn't have much drift. He can kind of hope, but like we always talked about in New England that like, once Lemon was off stage, he's just a sitting duck. And that's just how
Yeah.
Doc is. Like he just can't do much aside from do a couple capes, do the down B to get some extra height, and go for the up B. And once you just figure out that's all Doc has, it's just like it's kind of just like a pretty much like we.
I mean, it's
anything that
why
happens,
Doc's like middle of the pack.
yeah, that's why Doc is just like he's there. Like he's not bad. He's just he's there. We
Mhm.
have and Docs have really have not been really seen in like the upper level in such a long time too. Ever since Shroomed went over from Doc to Sheik, that's one of the big ones. In SoCal, there's Franz. I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he
is
plays Doc.
they're pretty young though. I think they're
Mhm.
still in like high school basically.
Yeah, they're. I remember when I met them at I think Genesis 5 or 6. They were pretty young. I'm not. They might be like maybe in college now at least. But I remember meeting them a long time ago, and I'll probably seeing them at Wave Dash too when because I registered for that today. So potentially I'll see them there because it's in SoCal.
Man, you've got all these plans going everywhere.
I have an excursion for a reason, so I call an excursion for that purpose. And also, I also just making just going to SoCal. I've never done it before too. I've been to NorCal for Genesis so many times, but SoCal has eluded me for so long.
Well, I
But
can tell you that Little Mitz actually has has some Dr. Mario experience, has played 28 sets against Doc, and actually wins 72% of the time.
okay, is this
So,
Peachy
if that's
sets?
anything, if that's anything to go by, I mean, it's already over.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say at least half of those are against a player called Lime Surge.
Ooh, Lime Surge. It's a mainer. I know you were talking about. So
Yeah,
let's see.
Lil Mitz and Lime Surge were regulars of FNM for quite some time back when it was open bracket.
Yeah,
Got it,
before
got
we
it.
kind of changed it up. Yeah, characters. Yeah, it probably would be. Let me see. Captain Falcon, Donkey Kong. I just look this up. Yeah, enter keyword. Dr. Mario. Does it all be there? Okay, okay.
Well,
Let's see. Trying to
maybe
find
a more telling story though is that Staviano only has a 25% win rate against Puff.
and yeah, that's coming from Jersey. There is a Puff in Jersey. I can't remember what the tag is.
I'm sure there's puffs. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
puffs everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I know like back in day, I remember when Adamus was playing Puff in Jersey. This is like years ago though, before Ultimate came out. So, but I'm trying to think about some other ones too. But yeah, I'm curious to see. We're still waiting, chat. So they're kind of waiting up. But this is like I think one of the last pool matches we got before we go into main bracket because I know a lot of DQs. If you said earlier, so pools went pretty quick for the most part. Plus, we did have like 2 longer matches first. Looking at the Zelda pool, so Becca taking Lily Bombchu game 3 and winning, beating CPWMA, which is Zelda Samus. Can we imagine what that's like? And then losing to Stone 2-0 in that match. So Zelda also out here tonight. So that character variety's showing up.
We'd love to see it,
Mhm.
honestly.
Come to the right place. You're looking for character love, guys. Love to see it.
I just generally feel like Melee as a whole right now, we're in this place of so many characters are getting love and attention. I mean, Amsa's still doing amazing things on Yoshi, not to mention everybody else, especially, some of the more, European counterparts. But, there's multiple Pikachu mains. You look at the most recent, top 8s. I mean, we're talking about will a solo Sheik main actually win a major with, Jmook in the conversation?
Possible.
I mean, we have insanely good Fox and Marth players, but they're still hungry Box. They're still good Falcos. I mean, they're just. I just feel like 5 years ago, the thought of 20XX was so real that we could never have imagined a future that was so diverse.
Yeah, the field has changed, as you were saying too. So it's kind of like we'll see what we maybe it'll change this week. Maybe Jamie will win Battle of BC for all we know, or maybe H God, fresh off his Salt Mine victory this week, will continue his winning ways and get another win under his belt. Or maybe Mango, despite the storyline, and maybe he's just like not as caught up to the other players. Or maybe he'll prove us all wrong, get back to the the glory that was like Summit 11, showing off some really good skills in that, obviously. But we'll have to see. And beyond that too, we know there's a lot this summer to think about too. Battle of BC, Gommel, we got Double Down. There's there's other regionals, we're talking about 4M, of course, Wave Dash, SmashCon, Shine, Riptide. There's going to be so many stories told, and I think we all know the quote that Bobby Scar said: "There is so much more Melee to be played, and there'll be many more stories to be told too." If coming from me, and that's my next input to that. So. Whew. But finally, chat, what a segue.
We're into the game.
We're in the game. I just had to talk about Melee for a little bit. But here we go. I'm kind of curious to see what Stavino kind of implements here. Kind of more so kind of up in phase neutral. I figured I would see a little more pills come out. I played Docs, who usually opt for the more pill-focused game. One of my college friends played a lot of Doc as one of his mains, alongside getting Lemon practice. So I've seen a lot of Doc opt for that. But I also see people like Lemon be pretty grab focused, also adjusting the fly. So kind of curious to see how they adjust.
Man, that down smash did significantly more knockback than I ever expected it to. And Doc being slightly heavier maybe actually lets him stay on stage a little bit more frequently than I thought. Little Mitz will go down first stock already, and Staviano here is, screw statistics, right?
Yeah. It's just like it's showing right now. And yeah, also, he's not like, he'll kind of go back for a bit, kind of wait out what Little Mitz is going to do, then kind of act. Yeah, see, they're in the corner here, they're coming up from the ledge. Just get a quick up tilt for an extra percent too. Like, any percent matters against Puff here, is when it literally lead to a big kill for Doc. There's the pill. But yeah, that's the thing about Doc.
That's exactly what I was afraid about. Just tanking through the pill, throwing out the babiest, softest, whatever you want to do, blow on Doc for all I care. But he just can't come back.
Yeah, he can't. There's not much he can do. He just falls. Always got it. He has no horizontal recovery aside from extra from the cape. And after that, he just can't go anywhere. This is open for Little Mitz. Waits a little bit on the throw, kind of get a read on his DI perhaps. But yeah, goes back on the offensive for Stavino here. Ooh, goes for the forward air attempt, but gets called out with the forward air too. So you gotta be careful with how you place that too. If you just kind of throw it out like we're seeing it right here, it's just easy to call out. See, it's kind of like not the longest range either on forward air. But there it is finally, calling up the approach from ledge and getting that one.
Oh, and a couple of, it's the Doc multi-shine. He gets some cancels.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's such a good, look, it's a very precise input too. I think it's like, I think it's a frame 1 input, or at most frame 3.
It feels like it at minimum.
Yeah, it's really precise. I think it's frame 1. I could be wrong though, chat. It's gotta be no more than 3 frames.
A lot of nairs, Little Mitz getting close and shield a couple of times. Is he actually dead from this?
Hold on, yeah, I want to see this. That should be a stop.
Oh my God,
Jigglypuff too good.
One less jump and she doesn't make it back.
Yeah, if that was Kirby, that Kirby would not make it back.
Mitz is flustered. He just rolled back and forth 3 different times. I think his game plan isn't working. Maybe approaching too much, and I haven't seen too many real good back airs, and it just feels like I just noticed that his name is Mr. Grabs. Is actually just getting so many openings and trades. A lot of the time, I feel like you watch Puff, the Fox runs in or whatever, back air. Oh, okay, let me try again, back air. And it's just this one-sided exchange. Staviano's getting a ton of damage.
Yeah, and you'll see Little Mitz approach with a nair or a forward air or a back air, but Staviano just spaces outside and just punishes for it. Yeah, also be careful because then down smash coming into play. Very good get off tool, and eventually Hyperpix is a great kill, so we've seen it early in this game, and just continue showing. He's racking up like close to 50% with down smash, like kind of alone so far in this stock. But Little Mitz drinking that rest out of potentially, Doc being a bit finicky. But the cape, step up the other way, going the wrong direction. But goes for the re, but doesn't get it. But yeah, he goes back to the aerial. And working out a little bit more for him. But the turnaround. How much jumps do you got?
That was aggressive. Will survive. No cape. I kind of thought that was going to be coming out. But this is not this match isn't over yet. You know, find this edge guard, which Staviano's making it very challenging. And then there is still rest. I haven't seen Mitz go for any kind of setup for it. No up tilts really. But it's on the table.
It's there. You gotta be very careful though, because if Doc comes from the side, you're probably gonna die from it. So you gotta be careful where it kills her. Oh yeah, jab down smash, huge floaty killer in this matchup. But SDing out of the jab to avoid down smash is good for Little Mitz there. Because like I say, if you get it this part, you're probably dead. Goes for it again. Goes for jab.
Yeah, he is just smashing that air dodge button, but 100% almost on Little Mitz, and any hit's gonna send him.
And then there's the multi-shot, getting 3 of them real quick there too. So flex it again. But yeah, very solid start for Staviano here. Looking at but just showing off, Doc has stuff. Like Doc can stuff puff approaches and kind of like go to like things you saw like jab down smash, just adding so much percent as there. And the grab game, once you get that grab, it's at least a couple extra percent too, whether it's down through out bear, down through the forward air at higher percents, we're seeing it. So good stuff so far.
One of the things that I found interesting was ledge dash up tilt seemed to be like a very common, get off ledge tool for Staviano. And it didn't feel like there was any, real tool. And I'm slightly surprised to see Fountain of Dreams as the counterpick stage and not Dreamlands.
Yeah, I've counterpicked Docs here before, but is this a best of 5 or best of 3?
This is still best of 3.
Yeah, but I figure it's Staviano probably banned Dreamland.
Right. You're right. I'm dumb.
Yeah, but it has to pop in. Like I feel like this is probably the next best bet because FD's a bit weird because you have no plats, but Doc has so much space to work with, so it can be a bit tricky there. I think it depends on the Doc's playstyle. But I could see this. I could see why you also get like a higher ceiling if you don't want to die as quickly with a forward air. So I can see what Little Mitz is thinking. But changing this one, I want to see it more. And again, we're kind of seeing more of the baits. Another down smash.
That down smash, I don't think Mitz was ready. His DI was just hard and away.
So it just went flying. Doesn't get that on the edge guard. Oh, Little Mitz down real low, but should have it. The Pound gonna go through the pill though. Because Pound is able to kind of beat things. You see Pound beat stuff like that. He needs turn-ups as well.
What was that sing? Man, there's some... Mitz is going for some interesting things, at minimum.
Yeah.
We'll give him that much.
Yeah, I saw Sing a couple times. Sing was forced to set up like a ledge grab last game, because I know there's a thing where if you like dash attack at the ledge or something like that, or forward dash at the ledge, you can press up B to buffer that, and then you just grab ledge immediately. That's like some puff that I know that Toussaint innovated in a couple years ago. I think Limit's going to implement that more. I think he might have missed an input.
Yeah, maybe, but all I know is the stock's living forever, and there's the up tilt from ledge once more. It's 10%, and eventually Mitz finds something, but has yet to successfully complete an edge guard. He'll drop from ledge doing all sorts of crazy stuff, but every time that he's trying to go in because he's down in stocks, he's eating crouch cancel, insert whatever move Staviano wants to do. There it is again, drill into down smash, can't find the confirm to further his, combo, and it just feels like Mitz does not know how to fight this matchup.
Yeah, Mitz, we're just seeing all the traditional doctrines. This is like haunting me as a puff player in the past. This is just what Mr. Lemon would do. Like you see, jab down just work almost like every time. I feel like, and it's just continue to get that mod. It just needs to get out of that SDI out or up and away, potentially get away from that jab after the SDI. But it's just been tricky for Lemons to do because it happens pretty quickly with how Doc's jab comes out. It's like an immediate down smash too. You just have to be ready for it when you're approaching.
I want the cape! Oh, there it is.
Yes, you ask, you shall receive, then. But there's the call out, and yes, so, Little Mitz, we're at 2 stock, literally, one good hit from Doc, we'll get rid of Little Mitz's stock here.
If I'm Mitz, I'm looking for a rest. I am no longer looking for a rest.
Yeah, so this is, okay, get the percent up too. You gotta get a couple hits in so that you know that rest can kill.
16% on down smash, and another 16 from one more hit, and 50%? Okay, that's it.
Here it is.
Yep.
This is it.
Does he do the shock paddles?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hold up. Actually, I want that clip because you can hear the Jiggly scream after the screen went black.
Yeah, I heard it too.
That's
I
the
definitely heard
anime
that.
cut to black. That's the
Mhm.
PG-4 kids censorship that we all
That's
love.
like the it's the to be continued bit. So like it's that part in the show where like the protagonist or is in trouble. Yeah, then it's like you see the final hit come into play and then to be continued.
That's
And
the
then cliffhanger.
that was that was a we're blasting off again moment. Man, that was
Yeah.
rough. I'm
I
sorry,
I
Mitz.
feel you a little,
We were rooting for you there, but that was
I was saying, yeah, that matchup is fit. I agree. I think it's actually even, or it's only like a slight victory for Puff if you know what to do. But
mhm.
like Doc has stuff. Like jab down smash is so good, and like his grab game is so nice. He's got pills to stunt you if you know how to handle that. But that wasn't like too bad. I feel like I know edge guarding in theory seems easy, but it's a matter of kind of getting Doc off the stage. Because if he's just like running around, stuffing your approaches with like a pill or it's like crouch cancel down smash, which is kind of like a get off me tool, and then later
Right.
on it turns to a kill move at higher percents. You got to be careful. Like
Yeah.
spacing is really important there, and staying out of that threat zone and can lead to good things. And it's really hard to. I don't know. Definitely study up. I don't know what docs you got over in Nova Scotia or your part of Canada, but it's tricky. I had to learn it the hard way when I was going to the docs here in New England.
It is that matchup did look, brutal, but I think with that, most of the pools should be done now.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Looking at each pool, at pool 3 looking good. Uh, pool 2, yeah, pool 2. That was where Stone was. I think that was the last one for seeding. Captain Pretzel taking home that first seed in his pool, beating Tybex 33 toes, and the Blue having to DQ sadly. So I think I'll check the bracket and see where we're at. This is where we enter the best of 5 territory. So if you're a low tier main, this is the big endurance test for our low tier friends here.
Mhm. I mean, anybody that's actually just in the lower that
Mhm.
doesn't make it to winner side, or does
Yeah,
everybody make it winner side?
everyone makes winner side. There are the DQs they're going to go through in the bracket because they still have to go through for seeding.
Mhm.
But yeah, I see that Crease Stab is going to already on that. Shout out to Crease Stab for producing all this and also just continuing to run the tournament so well.
Yeah, anybody watching that hasn't dropped at minimum a follow should definitely do so. Over the last like 2 years, Melee would have fallen off the face of the earth if it wasn't for people like or groups like Conduit that put on weekly or more than once a week things. I mean,
Mhm.
if more than just Smash, I know these guys put on NASB tournaments
Yep,
and
Thirsty Thursdays.
yep, and I think there's one other tournament, but
There's something else for
Yeah,
sure.
there's going to be a
Here
big
it is.
sponsorship invitational coming up next weekend.
That's huge. I'll be casting
that's
that.
right.
So I'll be casting that. I got to find somebody because I know Zen, you'll be at the Minnesota Man of the Month that day. I'm pretty sure from what Chris Stab told me. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, I actually might not even be at that TBH, which is sad.
wow, that's hate to see it.
Yeah.
But I know, yeah, we're trying to find somebody. I think I might ask Yokai if he's down to join. If he's not doing anything that day. I think I'll find some because I usually ask like Trey or Hada, but they're gonna be booked for the second half of the bracket, so
Mhm.
they're already in there. So I just gotta find somebody. But that's a little bit ways out. We also got the West Coast Arcadian later this month. I'll be doing first half of that too. But yeah, I agree with what Rascal said. It is a great place for like the up and comers in the melee scene to kind of come in, show I'm gonna rep the scene. Salt is kind of the example, guys. Salt's rise through the melee scene. Repping Conduit Gaming. Eventually, transitioning over. We'll see where they go next. I don't think they've been sponsored yet, but they are kind of on that grind right now too. I think. Are they at Battle of BC this weekend?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I don't think so, but I know there's a lot of Falcons that I saw on there. I don't think they were one of them though. But that's like it's a great way to get ready for like the next step. It's the same one I know. All Chat Esports is another big one. They've been working a lot with like getting the Salt Line racked with increase, which I use found their Salt Line pretty frequently. All Chat is kind of like my main org that I work with. But seeing all these orgs just come to the scene and it's kind of keep things going, keeping like the stories going with online tournaments. And it's just giving back to the team too.
Hold up, I think we're actually into it. I thought this was hand rumors for a hot sec, but no, they are straight on fighting. We've got a.
Nah.
I guess not.
So we got Vibe back in here. We're getting no Vibe. First time we've seen Vibe today. I got to use Vibe. Taking on Obama Llama. Yes, you heard that right. So
I love that tag.
It's a very good tag. Very good tag. But anyway, Marv Samus, we're getting a lot of interesting matchups today. We've seen low tier, we've seen a couple floaties here and there. We saw Doc Puff, which is a lot, which is a big learning curve. Now we got Marth Samus. So I've like never seen too much of Marth Samus. I feel like a Samus can be a bit of a, I want to say odd character out, but not one you see like too frequently.
What a shot. I think you can kind of compare this matchup to like Marth Peach. You know, it's an endurance test for Marth, right? Where if you kind of get over antsy, you know, you can throw your life away pretty fast. You know, you get clipped by one extra thing, you burn your double jump, all of a sudden you're dead. But you have the tools, you have the range, despite it being a Samus, to, you know, make their life miserable. It's gonna take you a while though, so you can't get flustered, but it's certainly a winning matchup for Marth.
Yes, definitely. Because it's kind of like that. You have the range to keep Samus out, but in the situation here with the recovery, you got to be patient because you don't want to risk going out there and getting blown up by Samus for it. Because you got the bombs to worry about. You got this. There was like 3 missiles on shield there. You know, Mark going through a lot. It's like a bombs over Baghdad moment.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that this is the strike stage. I think Samuses are like really famous for doing specifically that technique on Pokemon Stadium. Yeah. And we've entered the Marthritis zone. Dash attack from Samus actually almost kills well-placed Fairs to break up some of these missiles, but you're needing like almost a raw, strong hit nair or up tilt to get this kill, and the damage has been done. Obama Llama is I'm sorry, that name just it gets me.
It's a really good one. I know we've had a couple good tech talking about tonight, but finally getting the weekend back here and take advantage. Living to 209. Considering Samus's already strange properties being like a heavier floaty of how they behave, you combine that with Marth's tough ability to kill higher percents, that will be pretty tough for the Prince to wrap that up. But yeah, here it is again. Just implementing this middle strategy. I love seeing like people like Super implement this when they play. And I also see Plup Samus do this a lot when Plup plays Samus. And again, just implementing it super good for the strategy here. And Vibe here. Just trying to find an answer for it. He's getting stuffed by the ledge and just allowing Obama to just come in and get extra percent.
Yeah, it's it just feels like, you know, as soon as you're playing like the range character that can kind of sit back and force your opponent to come to you through, you know, the fire and flames, I mean, you're just like loving this. You're like, isn't it sad that you're playing a character without any projectiles? And I mean, it's rough. Oh my god, is he dead?
Not quite, but this could be a setup for it.
He's dead, dude. Yeah, that was mental damage.
That was just like Samus taking control of the ship that was Marth's brain. Not the mother brain, the Marth brain in that one. But really good start for Obama Llama. Again, yeah, I think it comes down to, like, as you were saying, and the stage pick was a very curious one. Because just explaining it. You saw it on display there.
I think the only other, you know, worst stage pick would have been Dreamland. So as long as we don't go there next, I think we'll be fine. And actually, I want to get confirmation. All of these are best of 5. Is that correct?
I think because we're in bracket, they should.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So brackets all best of 5. But yeah, I think so. Let's see what's going on. So sorry about the interruption there. But it's all good. It's all good.
That's what we're. I mean, in that regard, it's almost like the IBDW strategy of like just pick FD against Marth, right? Get it out of the way, right? If you win, it's amazing. If you lose, whatever, you're going to lose there anyways.
Yeah, it's gone.
I personally don't follow that strategy. I actually think it's bad because, I mean, you're literally just giving them your best stage, you know, for free, and you've got no time to like learn them. And like, if they were already going to beat you, like I don't know, man. It just feels like a very fatalistic attitude.
Yeah, like, especially in the best of 5. I mean, you won't be able to go back there at this point. So I'm kind of here. So yeah, you kind of have a similar platform layout here. Sam can still do the missile strike, but it's not as, I guess, guaranteed.
Well, you have the top platform that you can escape to, right?
Yeah.
You can always go up there and then they can't do anything. So it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not as smooth. So they have more. They have an escape plan, which they don't really have on Stadium. That's the difference here. So if Vibe can get that going off, it'll be a lot better for their defensive play. But also Sam's use it for, like, as you see there, like, you know, coming down from the ledge, just keeping the pressure going. Again, just beating on the Marth shield, wearing it down, continuing to ride this. Vibe just has to find that opening. It doesn't quite get that there, but it does get the grab. But just trying to amount to much here.
Yeah, it's been a lot of you know, little hits, a lot of fairs, which, you know, is kind of what you need to do. But even on the whiffs, you know, I would kind of expect to see like a, you know, a YOLO F smash or something, just to build some damage. And I mean, this is the cool and calm style that I think you need to have, but I think you need to learn to know when to let it rip too. It can't just all be baby hits, because that's how you get this guy up to 200% like you did on game 1.
Yeah, and that's Marthitis. You got to get like those sequence combos where getting like that one good hit, like a forward smash or a spike down air, that will give you like a kill confirm. But if you can't get that, then you're just gonna let the floaty live forever. It happens with Peach a little bit. You can't get that happening here. There's the shot, getting marked away, allowing Obama to get back the ledge too. It's a great call out. And Obama just controlling space well. Even when they're in a corner, they just find that way back. Ooh, and opportunity for Vibe, but no, they escape once more. So yeah, it's getting really like we're in that part. Yeah, we're entering that not quite at Marthitis just yet, but it is looking pretty tricky for Vibe to continue to rack up percents. Grab. Oh, okay, finally getting the sweet spot, but now there's a breakup again. And yeah, Vibe coming back in. There's the tilt from Bumble. Yeah, this is pressure.
It just seems so hard to get in. I mean, 162. I mean, I'm watching game 1 again, right? It's just a slightly darker stage.
Yeah, with top plat, which I feel like hasn't come into play terribly much. Oh, a juicy like 50 some odd percent there for Obama Llama. That's like. You're getting Marth to a pretty good percent on already. There's finally the flipper. That's the answer that Marth needs.
Yeah, I would just love to see so much more, kind of movement, because you are so fast. You can just avoid, let Samus throw out whatever the hell, projectiles that you want to. That's fine. I'm just going to whiff punish you. It's like, if all you're doing is shooting lasers as Fox or Falco, right, everybody knows how to punish that. But as soon as it's a Samus, it's impossible, right?
Yeah. Because like there's so many missiles that can come at you at once, it's just hard to, okay, I have to do this. It's like, okay, I have to try and shoot. But power shooting those isn't as worth it because they just come at you so fast compared to like a laser. There's so many that overwhelm your shield.
Creative air dodge there gets back, but it's not good enough. And Llama, oh god, he's what is that now? 4 for 4? 3
yeah,
for
that's
3?
looking like the Celtics the other night against the Warriors. Those shots. Go Celtics, by the way. Hope they win tonight. But they was just looking too good.
Oh god, you would be a Celtics fan.
I'm from New England. What do you expect from me?
Yeah.
Let's say. I'll rep the C's. I am wearing green though, to be fair. So
we'll give it to you.
I'll take it. My roommates are also like the anti going to Toronto to watch a Red Sox game like one of the nights that we're there. This is like pretty normal.
That's dope.
That'll be fun. Anyway,
this is edge guardable, but God, it's almost like the level 1, just baby jump with Fair is just doing so much work. Up tilt, maybe, finally. 158, it's a miracle. He's killed him so early this time.
That's probably like the lowest percent that they've been able to kill Samus so far. Like that's gonna be like so far the lowest one. I think it was like a 170 but that was a Timber F smash. I feel like.
Look at that last, I know the set's or this game is already in dire shambles. But there was a moment there where Marth decides to stick under his platform as Samus shoots missiles 4 different times. And Marth's like, oh, I'll bat him away, What are you going to do about it? And then on the back, one of the missiles runs in and gets a tilt. It's one of those moments of well, who are you giving agency to in this game? Are you letting the Samus dictate the pace of this match? No, you are the Marth.
Marth
evade all of this stuff, come over there, or we saw some power shields. I know that's a really hard thing to just be like, oh, just power shield Kappa forehead, but at some point, you can't just sit here and hit the missiles, right? It's not, it's like saying oh, what if Fox just shoots you? Run up and grab him. Well, you can't do that through the missiles, but there's counterplay that isn't just sitting and taking it. And I really, really want to see Vibe, throw out some of the stuff because I know that they've got it.
Yeah, they just have to counteract it more. Because they're just kind of submitting to it. I feel like you just need to find a way to get through that, and once they hopefully find that way, challenge Bombalama to think of a different way to play around it. So, back in Marth's court, do you perhaps take away platforms from Bombalama? Do you go to a more stage like Fountain where you kind of more be able to mess with? It has to be one of those two, surely.
I think this is a great, he's living a long time, make the stage smaller. I think this is perfect, and all of a sudden, look at this. He's not interacting with the missiles anymore. He's saying, I'm just going to approach you, right? And I think all of a sudden, these 2 adaptations and the lock of a suicide will make a big difference.
Yeah, if that didn't happen, we'd still be like close, but that's already given the advantage back in Obama Llama, and that's a quick 51. He doesn't get the shot there, so I would keep that streak going. But it is a new game, so I want to see what the pretty odds will be in this one. But okay, up in Samus's face again. Now we're getting somewhere. You know, you have Post Force March. Traditionally love this stage, and it's gonna give you a lot more room for you.
That was pretty. Like honestly. That last 90% was almost unanswered. That looked really, really good, but it's honestly it might just be a little too little too late, you know?
Yeah, and like the SD comes to mind too, where it's kind of like, you know, they that could be crucial. They could still make the comeback. They just gotta get the stock like pretty soon. I feel like because at this point,
just look at the movement though. Still, like all of a sudden, Morbius is no longer sitting in a spot. He's no longer taking these hits. He's using the platforms. He's using the stage. He's getting good damage. And I don't feel like he's, you know, playing poorly.
Yeah, like it feels just like, you know, this is like the slow download. And it's just a benefit of the stage too, you know? Oh, and again, no, Randy's, you take it away.
Run off. I think that's,
about to say, I feel like it's just like, I tried so hard and I come so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's
That's what I'm getting right now.
I honestly, you know, play it out. Prove to yourself that you can go 2 and 2, right? Like take 2 stocks. So you're like, okay, it was even when I didn't suicide, right? I can do this matchup. I just need to practice it. I need to study this VOD. I need to not listen to the commentators because they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, we're not.
I just need to play my game.
Yeah, play it the way I want to play it. Not let the Samus dictate the pace, which we've seen throughout most of this set, but this is like the game where we're seeing signs of progress. It's just those 2 mistakes. That missile, right?
I mean, that's still on the back of another mistake, though, right?
Yeah.
It was a whiffed air dodge right as the missile was coming, and it's a gimme at that point.
Yeah, that's a ledge or edge guard setup there. Yeah, Obama Llama looking really nice. Can take that one through. They're gonna. Oh wow, and the next one for them is Captain Pretzel. So if we get that, we're gonna see.
Let's
Kirby
can we
Samus.
Kreestab? Can we not do that one? Is that okay?
Wait for it. We're waiting for it.
And they've already been on stream. I'm trying to get as many unique.
Oh yeah,
players
that's why. That's why we're not gonna do that.
That being
one.
said,
Obviously.
that is a notable set because Obama Llama is 2-0 in the past year over Captain Pretzel. It's like one of the only matchups in this bracket that Captain Pretzel has had a problem with is Samus, apparently.
Weird.
So, I mean, I guess that makes sense. How does Kirby get in on Samus?
Good question. I mean, we thought that earlier. I mean, hey, Tybex got in on Marth, and they won
I
that
just
set.
didn't want to see. I just didn't want to see my Kirby getting demolished. That's all.
Yeah, or Captain Pretzel found a way on Tybex. That's what I should say. That's my bad. But it looks like looking at the queue. Are we gonna get Freezus and Tybex next? Looking at the stream queue. The brackets we have highlighted.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be a solid match here. Do you know if Tybex prefers Marth or prefers Fall?
I feel like here. Let's see. Oh, they're using this. They're playing Martin, so it's not gonna opt for a Ditto. They did play Fox against Rox, but Rox also went to Falco at some point during that set too. Let's see what the character conflicts throughout that one. So they started Marth Puff, then Tybex switched to Fox and went on Dreamland for the counter pick because the stake is they went to Dreamland.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, then they switched to Falco, but then they went back to Marth. They counter picked it back and then went to Yoshi's in one. So good player. Probably gonna start Marth in this one. Plus it's 4. It's not a floaty here. Curious to see how it goes.
But Battlefield will be the strike stage. This is kind of what we expected here, and I mean, crazy. Have we seen a air quote normal matchup so far?
I think this is like the Falco Ditto aside.
Oh,
like,
yeah. That's true.
Falco Ditto was the only one. That was like a big play, just a punish reel for Chipotle Plus. And this one, this is the more tried and true we see recently. Obviously, Tybex rocking the Zane tag in color tonight. Love that.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he is able to do both this and the OBC this weekend.
Yeah, it's impressive. And also West Coast, so one exception we'll give. Oh, there's that. That was a pretty tried and true Marth technique right there, too. That is a great way to start off. Oh, I was expecting that or a forward
I
smash.
thought there was a counter coming out or something. Yo, Tyvex is dude. Tyvex has made a new fan tonight.
Yeah, it's looking nasty with it already. Gonna fade back and get away from the up smash from Freezus. And this defensive play by the ledge, just avoiding what Freezus is throwing out, looking really good from Tyvex
Marth
early
gets a
on.
grab too. That's not fair.
That's nuts. That led to the kill too. The punish game looking on point right now for Tyvex. But on Freezus' side, I gotta think, what do you think that they need to do here?
Not get death touched, or that.
Yeah.
Loki,
Yeah.
it just kind of feels like Freezus has kind of gone in, made one mistake, and then just been gobbled up.
Yeah, it's just been like
There! It's the same thing!
the
He
death
just went
touch.
from like 50 to death.
Oh,
shut up.
Wait, Giant Spike, never mind. Counter return.
5%? 5%?
That was nuts.
Name
we all
another
thought that was a
character.
stock.
Name another character that's possible.
Like 5%. It's gotta be like a very like you gotta just get bonked stage. It's like if Puff like catches you off stage out of nowhere, they forward air, you're too far away. That's the only way I can think of. But that's you have to get bonked off stage first. So I hit it really.
That's
very-
clutch. That is a clutch or kick moment. That's how you like bring back a stock, is by finding those little cheeky kills.
That's what Fox is so good at too. Like in a blink of an eye, in most matchups, it can just be like, all right, it might be 4-2 for you, but all of a sudden, oh, hold on, it's a game again, and that's what we're seeing here. So Freezus, not getting as open up as we saw in the start of this game. There's a lot more full hops because of the ability to kind of not get caught in Marth's range, and great call with the down tilt on the falling down air. We're seeing a lot more strategic and counterplay from Freezus here compared to what we saw at the start.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a second, to get the legs under you, right? And it's unfortunate that you have to like maybe lose a game because of it. But if that's what it takes to like get that download complete, I think that's fine. I mean, that
Yeah.
last stock alone, it was very, very back and forth. Obviously, Zayn, quote unquote, still took the dub, but Freezus is right there.
Looking
He's
good.
getting big hits. He adapted. He got the spacing down. Was able to find, a punish of his own. Even showed that he has, he's not getting so flustered that he can't acknowledge or see the kills in front of him. I think this is, I'm calling it right now, game 4.
I could see that. And then, this is real hot, so it looked like a revert. And that's a kill, 0 to death.
Oh!
Up there, Jade Fox is so good at just jumping Marth like that. For just showing that immediately in the start of this game.
Oh, shine him again.
Almost died at 5 once more. That would have been a 2 for 2 on that by the ledge. And again, still keeping Tyvex in the corner. So off to a really night and day start here in game 2 if you're Freezus.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Oh, another shot. You're dead.
Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? You can't be running off there.
No.
Freezus is just on top of this. He's at 60% stealth. 60%.
He's still living. Not a tipper there. So he's going to keep this stock going. How much extra credit can he get? Can he get another one? I mean, maybe looking kind of bleak for it right now if he keeps his combo going.
The stock already is pretty, you're already really happy with it. And 18% is just like a cherry. You're already happy that you got Marth out of, the very... Oh, is he dead?
Potentially, almost. That would have been like the extra. That would have been that's like when you take a test, you get the extra credit question right, you get the extra 5 points on that. That would have been if you got that.
I hate that the moment that Freezus gets a shine, I'm just thinking, oh yeah, Marth's dead now. He got hit by one shine that comes out in frame 1. That's death. It's a real shame, honestly.
That's the Freezus death touch in this case. Oh no! Right back up and gets up there with an air dodge and the backer. Ooh,
I'm a little
mix up
surprised
there.
It wasn't an up air.
Yeah, but he's pretty good about that. So maybe he was expecting them to have better SG on that one, but nonetheless, they're both still living here. And
Randall makes
that's
that
good.
one complicated, but Freezus is on top of this, and God, he is so fast at getting off that ledge, using the platform, and I mean, well, it was 3 stocks to 1 game 1, and I think it's gonna be 3 stocks to 1 game 2, just in the other way.
Just in their favor. Ooh, just to get the up B. White is what he wants there for the control. And yeah, Freezus, that ledge has again going right back on their offense.
God, he's so fast!
Exactly. Like, the name is Freezus, but I think it's the opposite. He's just not frozen compared to the first game. But
Well, isn't that
okay.
Isn't that a Dragon Ball Z character?
Am
Am I wrong about that one?
I haven't watched this in forever, to be fair. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
JV3 stock. We'll count it.
Yeah.
Frieza
was-
is a Dragon Ball Z character, if that's what you're referring to.
Well, yeah,
that
that's
might
probably
be
what
it.
it was. Thank you again, resident nerd. Appreciate it.
Nerge is in chat.
I haven't watched a single
I
episode
agree.
of that
Up
show.
air is a move, Little Mitts. That is, I've practiced it from the start of the game. It is a move that can combo Marth to death, as we saw in that game.
That was straight nuts. But we're gonna go from one extreme to the next, and we'll see if Tyvex has the chain grabs. I mean, whenever Marth picks here, it's all right. Do you have it?
And also, oh, Dunkarino? Yeah, he ain't going back. But I was going to ask if Freezes has the defensive play. I mean, off the stage, it's going to be really hard for him. I want to see if he's on stage doesn't get grabbed, what his defensive play would be. Because I know IBDW obviously known for defensive play, but that's more I watch when I watch him play. And Influence here could come into play. You never know. But let's
see. Opportunity here, 43%. This should be it. How much can Tyvex get? Oh, he has it kind of early.
Yeah, went for it. He's a little extra more percent there to get the kill, but Freeze is going to get right back on the offensive too. Keeping Marth in the air. He doesn't quite get the upper. That could have been a kill too if you get that call out. Yeah, Tyvex is just going to fly swat him away.
There it is. Whoa, Marth lives.
Yeah, great DI from Freeze to live that. Get a hard to get that edge guard too. It's a sweet spot the ledge. And this would be a counter right now. There's the sweet spot. Gets the down tilt, and yeah, counter effects already coming into Tyvex's favor.
There's the refresh, nicely done.
Yeah, so you got the stock. Now you gotta play pretty safe here to prevent another. Oh wait, nice.
God, this is it's one of those things where you need to actually get hit by Shine and like practice grabbing or like snapping to ledge, because it only takes one. Oh wow, what a God! What do they call it? That's the flutter hush.
Yeah, the flutter hush, I think is what they call it. That or flutter, but it's one of those two. Okay. Now, yeah, so anyway, yeah, the punish game's still looking strong in the Tyvex camp, but Freezes not getting open as compared to the first one, and will bring it down to 2.
I actually think that Freezes has the better punish game of the two. I think if he was maybe a quarter second faster at recognizing like that he's gonna miss the grab Shine, which actually doesn't happen there, and then just go straight to ledge, he could probably get another 1 or 2 cheeky stocks, but for being this close on the counter pick, especially one as brutal as FD, I mean, that's a feather in the cap.
Yeah, it's a big feather in the cap. And what I'm seeing that's really good in the adjustment here is that the implementation of full hopping and coming down with downer to challenge Marth. It's letting him rise some extra percent down back to stage, giving Freezes more chance to get some more plays when they're on the ground. But
I saw the idea there. I think Freezes wanted to run up after the Nair and up smash, but got a little in, and there's still an opportunity, but
ooh,
I think even if you pick up the stock, you're looking grim. Yeah, okay.
Yep, grab the ledge.
We can appreciate the attempt. We can appreciate it.
You can respect it, but also, yeah, FD at that point is going to look very, very tough. And yeah, holding the ledge there at just the side B, going to come in clutch for Tyvex. So Tyvex going to go up 2-1, getting the FD game out of the way. Still looking pretty all right.
I think this is Dreamland now.
Probably has to be. Can you switch at all? No,
ooh, Pokemon.
Very common counter pick you see in this matchup. I feel like from even if I also see Foxes take marks here, but it's been a very discussed on how the stage is. But right away, looking all right for Freezes. We've been Tyvex more in the corner, but Tyvex is also trying to find a way in right now.
Just needs to, I think, just play a little chilly. Yeah, falling up air. Good damage here. Oh, the rundown. Oh, the rundown. We've all been there. We've been panicking as the Fox is just sharking us, and then we're like, what if I just walk away? And he's like, nah, I'm already behind you, kid.
Yeah, he's too fast. See how quick Freezes
Done?
is? Look, they're into it. No! Oh, there's probably no jump there. That's probably what happened.
That's crazy.
I think he knew there was no jump, so he just kept swatting them away. Didn't want to go for the downer.
That's it!
And that's it! Just like that, it turns back around and Freezes his favor.
That's what I'm saying, is Freezes, I think, understands that maybe Tyvex has some issues, or hasn't been able to get to ledge as much as they would like to off of these Shines, and hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, they'll gladly take that. And they'll just keep riding that one. But
yeah, that's 100%.
That's a lot for Tyvex. Okay, forward smash. Yep, and we're back to a even game.
Just past 0-0s, and I mean, obviously here, upper bracket goes if Tyvex is able to clutch this. But if I'm Freezes, I'm actually pretty happy with where I'm at right now, as long as I can get off this platform. which, good lord. Mars just got 90% off of one platform.
Yeah, what I liked about that too is that he did like the grab, then slid up, did an up air to continue that up. Like that combo he had going on to keep the getting percent and eventually wrap up the stock. And here we go again, another tech chase on the platform. Regrab. Ooh, what a tilt extended even more.
Oh, it's over.
Coming through. Yeah, looking hard for Freeze. This is do or die or go down the losing bracket. But wait, up air did prove mileage earlier, but won't get the extra hit there to kind of take on the stock.
That was in another stage. That was in another state. I don't know, 100% already and caught on these platforms. Maybe this was a mistake of a counter pick.
Yeah, you would think that maybe the platforms would help out Freezes, even though there's no top one here. But no, Marth just like making use of this again. Some tilt combos on the platform. Yeah, just keeping Fox like not the ability to breathe and just continue to hammer this home. But potential last stock, no, swats him away and finally gets a butt.
Dude, you can taste the glint on that ledge dash.
Definitely you can. Looking real clean with that. And he's been so good about that throughout the entire set on the like most stages we've seen to get those ledge dashes on.
Alright, all he needs is for Marth to go to ledge and then shine him twice. But we're not gonna have it.
Unfortunately, that's not in this timeline. Maybe if Marth like went to ledge, maybe got off prematurely, that would have been a chance there. But alas, not meant to be, as you said. And very like fast-paced set. Good stuff to like the adjustments they were making were good, but tieback just one step further. And that punish game just rearing its head, especially in the FD game and towards the like middle point of the Pokemon game. You think it would work, but alas, no. Let's see. Ooh, I see Stone Chipotle Plus up in queue.
That's
waiting on Agent and Ite up 2-0 on Agent. Saviano and Cow playing right now. They're in game 3, 1-1. Got a couple of them. I think we might know what we're getting next, chat.
yeah.
Oh my gee, why does it always be? I gotta wait for a puff net specify as it started. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think
That's
Lamonster's
how
gonna
it
be sitting for a while. Yo, actually,
Yeah.
I do want to shout him out. So he loses 3-2, sad to Ite, but I mean, I think that's there's like bad losses and good losses. I think you can hold your head high after that one.
Yeah. Okay, it's the cast it's like, all right. Maybe I could have won the one, but at the end of the day, I just gotta learn it there too.
You can't do too bad about it. But I am sad. Captain Pretzel's down 1 game over to Obama Llama.
Yeah, I'm curious to see like. Also, can Kirby with a charge shot potentially come up in that set?
Yeah.
That's what I
Okay, so
wanna see.
there's a tier list of Kirby sucks, right? So I actually think that if you suck Falco, it's amazing because you can get
Yeah.
triple lasers. You know,
Triple laser, exactly.
Nobody-
It's great in teams.
ever. It's insane. But Samus, I think, is the second best because you just become a helmet.
Yeah, the helmet, the hat in general is great. Like that.
That's just how cool is it? You're a helmet walking around killing people.
Exactly. It's just a nice. Plus, I love you just see through the eyes. You see Kirby's eyes too. I just love a little attention. I'm also a big fan of the Game and Watch hat. It's just a Game and Watch Kirby. It looks that's such a great skin.
It's adorable.
There's some amazing skins.
But we do have our next game. It's going to be Stone and Chipotle. So Fox, Captain Falcon. More air quote normal matchups.
Yeah, we're getting this is when we take the kitty gloves off and stop having fun. This is where we get more serious with these matchups. But you never know. Maybe we'll see Captain Pretzel continue to break through against Samus. We'll see. But we saw Chipotle Plus earlier looking real nice within the punish game and the tech chase department. Let's see if we keep it up. We've got Fox Falcon in this one instead. So Stone, no slouch those, as we was talking about earlier. Very skilled player. He does pretty well at these. I think has won these in the past, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in that production, but I know they do pretty well.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if they've actually won one of these before, but I mean, just for the sheer speed that we saw, Chipotle earlier, I think a lot of Foxes. Oh my god, what an up air! Yeah, you can't come back. That's a good angle attempt, but I just feel like he's going to embody the idea of speed. Or normally Fox is like, oh, I'm the fast character. No, I'm sorry, not in this matchup. Not against Chipotle.
Falcon is a literal race car driver, so he is pretty much like the Lightning McQueen in this instance. He just wants to embody speed. I am speed. That is like the motto here. But both of them can show that off. But early on, they're both actually I forgot how the other stock was lost, to be honest. But there's the first.
Go out
Big
there.
knee. Doesn't have to do it, interestingly enough, because he had the room for it, but he opted to go to ledge instead. I guess because recovery, maybe thought he wouldn't go out that far. But that's the risk to do with Falcon.
Yeah, that's a huge risk reward. I mean, you hit that, you're up a stock, but You miss it. And I think we're going to find ourselves at the second halftime of the night so far.
Very good. That's two. We got 2 of them so far tonight. There's the counter. If you want to add that into the video for the highlights. Anyway.
But now it's, honestly, maybe just a slightly different game. Slowing down a little bit, missing a couple of techs here and there. Both players kind of have had their risk in the sun. No longer want to do that. Just play, you know, safe.
Yeah, and we're seeing this tech chase go through for Chole. Doesn't get the knee at the end, though. It's off the second place. There is the Snow Wiener combo. Stop knee. Nails it, and it's going up a little bit more. But you're at 78. We saw how quickly the stock can be lost, though. And there it is. There it is. I K-Fox the blessing, so Stone making that. But let's see if he can kind of keep the momentum going.
That's, I mean, damage is building. 60% already. Nice crouch cancel for more. I mean, like, this is one of those matchups where, like, oh yeah, if you shine Cam Falcon, he's just dead. Percent doesn't matter. Percent, I think, actually... oh, no. Oh!
Yeah, I was there. Oh, he got it!
Cancel! He just believes, embodies the Cam Falcon personality of YOLO run off stage. You gotta love it. Let's go. Game 1.
Reminded me of S2J and None, especially with that stomp. Just going out there for it and living and dying by the gambit, and then we'll live on that one. What a play. That actually was... that's some balls right there. Good stuff, Chipotle Plus, for getting that very clutch one.
God, I mean, I'm watching the replay, and it's literally at 20% he gets one knee, and just goes so low.
At that point, running it... it's do or die. Anyway, sorry.
Running it back here, I don't mind the run back. You, like, if you're Stone, right, you, air quote, you won that game. You know, you're doing so good, and you just made one mistake at the end. Like, I don't think the stage is a problem.
Yeah, I think it's worse of the play, and like both of these people are being very adapted to what both of them want to do, and they're just getting like they're understanding the patterns, so you gotta get some more mix-ups in there. And yeah, Chole Plus on the board already in this one too. So let's see if Stone gonna fight back, but go for the tech. Just a little bit does get up through up smash, just gets the kill on a heavier character like
wow, 120.
I thought there'd be a chance.
Yeah, that's probably one of the lower percents that I'll actually kill at.
So I feel like it's more like a 130 to 148 kills, but hey, you're Stone, you take that.
Yeah, if the game says so.
Yep, if Sakurai wants it, then Sakurai shall get.
But now we gotta kind of see which one of these two players can make the adaptations. Oh, you're not gonna get that again.
Me. That was a huge play, especially if there could have been a chance he got burned there, but just debated it. Okay, using the platform to kind of come down there too was good on a Stone's part, and yeah, setting up a potential edge guard here on. Yeah, doesn't get the Falcon kick.
I think I think the aim was to land right at the edge, but it's kind of hard to just you know, free eye.
Yeah, because like if you're just gonna go zoom past it if you don't aim it right, so it's hard. Oh, yeah, the chase. Got Stone in the corner. There's a gentleman. Hold on, hold ledge. Good.
I think he was actually still too low, even if he wasn't on ledge, but. You know, it's a kill's a kill.
Yeah, you're respected. Just go for it. Maybe could have got clipped. I don't think it would. Maybe wouldn't have mattered if he wasn't at the ledge. But okay,
couple stuffs, 3 stuffs in a row now. Stone kind of up in Cam Falcon's face. Building damage still.
Being like more up in Falcon's face, being a little more aggressive compared to what we've seen in the previous game, kind of like more so working around it. But here, we're trying to like more so pressure Chole Plus for a minute. Let's see if he's phasing them too much. And okay. Oh, what a read! And we got that was like simultaneous. That was so good. But beautiful moment there for Chole. They will carry that one home and take that one, but you still got one more. Let's see if we get another good one.
Yeah, a couple other things. A few times now, Stone's you know, ledge dashed up just to be met with a back air falling through on the platform. Might yeah, okay, it's easy enough to finish this one, but that might be an indication that your ledge dash is not actually safe, or you should be putting shields up, you know, afterwards.
Yeah, because the Falcon might come down with some pressure on you. You wouldn't want to be ready for that. Maybe get a shine out of shield, or wave shine out of shield.
Oh, I mean, there's a shine there in some universes.
Yeah, in some timelines or in some other people's minds, it's there. It's a matter of how you want to execute it, though. But that's kind of how Fox is. It's like a very sandboxy character, probably the most sandboxy in the entire game, considering how many options he has. So, hey, whatever works. But right now, the pressure coming from Stone really putting.
This was game 1. One need might be all that it takes.
There's a start potentially. Got Stone On stage. Wait, this is a grab. What's the read?
Oh my god. If he hits it, if he hits one knee, like, this is the game, dead even game is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like what? Oh, falling up air gets him. Very clutch one because yeah, you said if you just get hit or opened up once with either like a down throw, tech chase knee, or like a raw knee, at 72 some odd percent, you're gonna go flying. But no,
Man, I was so nervous there for Stone
Mhm.
because all of a sudden he's on a platform. He just got hit like twice in a row, and I'm just thinking like, oh no,
PTSD.
he's gonna. The knee's coming. Like, what do I do? What do I do? And I don't want to die again off stage when I almost had the win.
Exactly. Like it's just like you get that flashback of okay, I don't want this to happen here, but does get the call at the end there and takes home that one. So now Falcon get go to stage. They have much more space. I'm sure Flip doesn't mind that, but still for Foxes, that's also more space for you to kind of take the time. Maybe we'll see maybe one of lasers from Stone. Probably not though, I'd imagine. But
yeah,
the up throw.
I actually. Oh, stop! Does he have to cancel? He does not.
And a quick turnaround.
I think it's hard on Slippy to hit those. You almost have to like predict it. But he ends up cleaning up the kill. It still sucks, right? You lost your stock at such a low percent. You're like, oh, I could have gotten so much more out of it. But hallmark of a good competitor is being able to kind of keep that out of your mind and just play the match as it is right now.
Exactly. Like you said, you kind of roll the punches I was alluding to earlier. Ooh, there's a wave shot attempt. Get some extra percent up there too. Ooh, yeah, just stuffing the attempt to move there too. Yeah, hold on. Up B.
Amazing.
And it killed.
Honestly, once again, that might have been picture perfect for percent.
That was like the threshold probably for him. I'm like, there's no way because it's Streamlight, but no, the percent.
Maybe Chipotle's turn. Go out there.
Hold ledge. Oh no! Gets yoinked instead! Oh, he quit for it, but no, Stone keeping it together and it's up 3-1 here.
God,
and yeah,
this is why I root against Fox.
That's kind of crazy.
Man, maybe only Falco can do that.
I mean, like that should be potentially a big thing about. I know Falco can also just kind of abuse Falco like.
Oh, that's it.
There's a shine. Yeah,
okay.
That's
it.
3.
That was an absolute demolishing. That is the why does Cam Falcon lose to Fox? Play them that minute and a half. Yeah, that's all you have to do. That's the answer. Yeah, that's why you lose.
So much pressure. The edge guard looks so simple too, like both those last two. It just looked so good for Stone. Yeah, gotta go right back and think like, okay, I died pretty quickly in some of those stocks. Gotta just make sure I don't open myself up for those again. And I want to see what they go for.
I think this is still the right stage. There's a lot of time where I see people do salty run backs, and I'm like, you know what? This was a bad choice. But here, it's okay. You know what? I made 2 dumb choices. I got 2 of my stocks deleted at 0%. Let's just have that not happen again and have a real game.
Yes, proper game. Ooh, gets the SDI up, but they do see that coming on Stones, and they just keep it going. Dead Falcon? No, let's go a ledge.
You just have to hold there.
Yeah, we say it here all the time, hold the ledge. All you gotta do, but it's okay. It's all good. Cleans it up and gets it. See what's going on with that. So then got moved in general. Anyway, I'll try to keep it going. But the back air though from Chipotle, so you're going back. There's the D going across. Yeah, but the defensive play from Stone right now just looking too good. Let's get the people's up. Oh no, the slide off! But Homie stuck at the same time. So it's all good. But I thought he was about to go off again. I'm like, hold on a minute. I want to get in the halftime without Zen here. But nah. Pressure coming in from Stone, holding center stage really well right now. But yeah, exposing them a little bit more, calling them out. But here's a big tech chase scenario for Falcon. Just was on top of that with a punish. Down throw, you get the knees off the jab reset, and it will look good. So when you please dance those hits,
is this that might have been the biggest tech chase we've seen from him so far.
And it was executed so well, wasn't it?
God, every single time that he goes off stage, I'm just like, oh, Shine's coming. Yeah, Stone is just, he's just hunting.
From the Fox, from both Freezes and Stone, they just happen so quickly. They turn the game on a dime.
Yep, just hold. He didn't even make it back, but
yeah,
looking like is this a reverse?
Oh! He saved him!
Oh,
what a homie!
That's a homie. What a homie!
You already did it once in the game too when Falcon did the side B up early. He immediately homie stocks. That's a mega homie moment. That's a clap in chat for me.
You know, honestly, I just feel like there's too many times that people care about the W too much, and like regardless of who wins right now, like you can like, you know, unplug your controller afterwards and be like, you know what, I played a good set.
Yeah, I always love that feeling. Maybe like one of us will lose game 5, but if it was a good set, you can learn from that, or maybe it's just I fix that one moment there. That's all that matters. But here, you know, Stone just being like, you know what, it happens. We'll keep it going.
I'm now actually that makes me. It's moments like that that actually make me want to root for Fox.
Exactly. They're people. Sometimes
They're not robots that are just tasked down being me.
yeah, they're not like all like just trying to like not let us breathe. No, they care about you as well. They want to see you play well.
I actually just want to see him finish this edge guard now.
Rinse and repeat.
There we go.
And I think that's a 3-1 in Stone's book, if I'm not mistaken. So Stone,
Yeah, I think so.
after the rough first game, gets some more breathing room. It kind of plays more around. Doesn't get opened up as much to some better defensive play and tech mix-ups. And despite like, you know, Chipotle Plus is like great tech chasing and punish game. Keeps it together for Stone, and he will move on to winner's side top 8. As some other sets are kind of going on right now. I see we still got a Bomb-Alarm and Captain Pretzel happening. Currently
I desperately want to know. Pretzel took a game. What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Are we gonna pull it up? Are we gonna?
That would be too much to hope for.
That's it. Oh, I see Danny Phantom and Ait also queuing up. I'm not sure if they already started or not. They've been there for like 8 minutes, it says.
Yeah, we'll be doing Danny Phantom.
Okay, word. So our next one, yeah, we haven't seen Danny Phantom on stream yet today. So against Becca, they opted for Fox and Sheik. They switched to Sheik for game 4 after dropping a game as Fox and Yoshi's, but it is a good Zelda stage because you get those early kills.
I think that might have been slightly more of a BM. Because I know Danny Phantom does have a Sheik, and it's often said that Zelda's worst matchup is Sheik, which is kind of ironic. But
yeah,
one grab, every single thing that Zelda wants to do, Sheik has an insane counter for. Like, oh, I want to sit here and just like space back airs and forward airs. Like, I can just shield grab you, and then my shield grab is guaranteed F tilt fair. Like at every percent, it is unreasonable how good it is.
Because Zelda is such like it's tall character. Her box is definitely pretty vulnerable. It's just like it's so easy to do too. And like what can Zelda really do? Because her moves aside from fair and bear are just like really slow. Don't have the best like data either. Up there is so tiny of a hitbox. So yeah, that's how it is. But here see Ike beaten Agent game 5. Danny Phantom using the go and ghost name too. Perfect. That's so perfect.
That is. We love to see it, but from one Captain Falcon Fox to another, I kind of still expect Danny Phantom to be doing work.
Exactly. Like he'll be doing the work, but we'll see what the difference will be between the one we just saw between Chipotle Plus and Stone, and going into this one against Danny Phantom and Ike. That's what I'm curious about.
Well, if seeding is anything to say about it, Danny Phantom's a higher seed than Stone. And I think Chipotle Plus was a higher seed than Ait, and actually, I mean, we watched them earlier. Chipotle Plus kind of demolished Ait, so if it's a 1-to-1 kind of comparison you can make, theoretically, Phantom should at minimum 3-1.
Yeah, minimum.
That's math, right? That's how math works, you know.
Yeah, that's the basic maths. So let's see if that comes true. It could just be a quick wash, but I could also maybe have you guys a good understanding. Not intentional. That stage didn't happen. Just check from the record books. For real, alright, Stadium. Let's see how this one goes.
You know, I don't actually hate this as a strike stage. I think it gives Fox a lot of kill opportunities, especially with the lower ceilings. And the lack of a top platform, I think, does make it slightly more difficult for Cap Falcon to, you know, kind of move around and find openings. But you don't need to move too much if you can land these stomps, but he's just not getting anything out of them. Yeah,
he's not really like going much places for Falcon Cap. He has the platform, but I feel like it's coming more so in Danny Phantom's favor early in this set. But doesn't get the knee call out on the up the angles, so he's gonna keep looking at that. But still pressure Danny Phantom, not really letting them abuse center stage that much, just kind of holding his ground. Oh, that could be knee. Yeah, great to DI
very,
back.
Very nice.
All right.
Yeah. Good defensive play, nice tech as well, and you know this is a big extra credit. Look at this tech chase, even with the read, dude. Oh my god, he hasn't gotten touched until the whiff of the gentleman.
Yeah, I'm about to say what's interesting is that Danny Phantom also is able to do a couple full hops too, kind of full hopping around Falcon, coming down with like Nair, so like coming up like full hop tilt to kind of start a combo there too. So making good use of like moving around space and Danny Phantom's side of things. And Drill gonna send. Oh, look at that corner pressure with the falling up air again.
It's so hard. You have got tilts, you've got up airs, you have shines. Like, how do you get out of that position?
Yeah, because like Falcon Wave Dash won't bring you too far either, because how short it is. So it's like not much he can do. Plus you're also by the ledge, so it's like you can try to fall back to the ledge, but Fox just cover that by going forward, or just like kind of waiting for you to act after that too. Just holds the ledge again.
Nice hold there, Stone. Take a leaf out of his book.
Taking a pebble out of the river. Ooh, the single hit fair with the reset was? Oh man, that was fairly creative there from Danny Phantom. But doesn't get too much out of it. Okay, setting some more pressure. Oh!
Did it get canceled by a jab?
I think he SDI'd behind Falcon after getting hit by it, so yeah, he was able to get out of that. That's what it looked like. So it's that. Oh no!
Help me, you're at 113, what do you have to lose?
What's there to lose, Danny Phantom? What's there
you're
to
gonna
lose?
die anyways.
Oh,
Oh
no!
my God, he's not gonna die.
Yeah, still living off that.
Did you? Okay, that one laser, I honestly think that still separates, you know, foxes from great foxes. Is understanding every single moment that I'm on screen I need to be doing something, and that 2%, that 3%, well, however much it was, matters.
Yeah. Like that input per minute and something will be pretty high. Just like constantly acting. I was looking at it before. I was looking at some more replays. Like, what was my IP on this game? Like, I was like at 450. That's not too bad. If someone gets that over 500, what the hell is that doing?
Can he? Is that dead? Is he finishing?
Oh, if he had reversed, it would have been dead.
Oh, that was very solid DI from Phantom.
Yeah, he's still gonna live. But yeah, it's just staying alive. Just did not get hit by reverse. But another situation, weak knee. Yeah, no jump.
What a call out! He said, "You're going to the ledge. I will be here." If he goes high, he just dies.
Don't approach, and then just gets hit with it. Just to get off my lawn, basically.
Yo, hold up. Is he making it? There's no way.
No, is he dead? Oh, he's still alive, Zen. He's still going.
No, dude.
That's the one thing he needed.
He couldn't give the homie stock up. That's how close this game was. He said he already knew. He already knew that Ite was that good. That's respect.
That's respect. So in the end, like if he did that, that would have been Ite's game. So a bit of a 5-head play.
That's nuts, actually.
It's a very good play. So
right.
wow, very.
Ite might have some problems in the Falcon Ditto, but certainly if you can play to that level against somebody like Danny Phantom, nuts. Insane.
Yeah, like actually crazy. That was like 2 openings that could have just changed each other. Switching to Sheik on Battlefield, so it makes sense. Sheik's left this stage. Very curious to see how they kind of go over the switch real quick. They were playing Sheik in the last set too. So obviously, I know Sheik's usually like playing against Falcons, but I know Falcons have gotten like more used to the matchup too. Like, I feel they're getting more confident in that. But I know Sheik's can kind of just like tech chase you, just kind of abuse like flats like how Danny Phantom is doing right now.
Yeah, so I actually main Sheik, and this is one of the matchups that I, have a love-hate relationship with. Captain Falcon will always have the movement advantage on you, but your moves just stuff him out so well, and for whatever reason, it just feels like you can tech chase Captain Falcon so much easier than almost any other character.
Yeah, just like watching it too. Even like getting like the jab reset, get like an extra couple % off of that. Look at that forwarder on flat. Look how seamlessly they move in to get the back air too, just making it look like so quick and easy. Plus you have needles as well, so you have that stuffs you in place, and as a Sheik Bane yourself, you have so much utility to it.
Yeah, the big problem though is recovery, where Fox is able to survive significantly longer. It's oh god, yeah, that's
that
up air. That's the Drug Fox up air.
That's a very good call out. And yeah, just getting a quick kill and still rocking your first one too, and just continuing the pressure onto Ite.
It's a bit of a struggle, especially if Ite's not used to the Sheik. I don't know if there's actually too many other Sheiks, in this bracket. He might not, be ready for it, and it can be challenging, right? Like if you're faster than the Sheik, if you're moving quicker, okay, it's just a character that's like mid-weight, and you get a combo. Like everything that Captain Falcon does combos into something else, right?
Yes,
you have
exactly.
Some of the best edge guards on Sheik and the entire cast, and like you're living your best life, you're just enjoying throwing out Captain Falcon stuff. The moment you're not faster, like Danny Phantom is right now, It's miserable.
Yeah,
Tilt
it's-
stuff you get edge guard, needles are the bane of your existence, and fair hits for 14% or 13%, something like that.
The angle it's into that too for knockback is just so hard to come back from to a higher percent. It's like I don't know where else I can really do. Plus up air like connects, it can puts you up into a platform and she can just tech chase read you and continue the combo from there too at like mid percents. It can just be really hard for Falcon to play defense in this situation because you know they get the knee there, but like most of the times it's not like an up air. The range you had to counteract Sheik, I feel like isn't the strongest, but you have a couple options at least. Most I feel like it's being up air or stomp. And like the call out knee, you can get it.
That should be game.
Yeah.
JV3 stock and Danny Phantom is making a great argument why they should stick Sheik on this next game.
Yeah.
Unless it's FD, then you go back
Yeah.
to Fox.
Then you go back. That's probably, let's see what the counter pick read is on the Danny Phantom camp. We'll see it very shortly. But yeah, up 2-0. You got to think about that Fox game, how it ended, what you want to clean up. Don't just let it open up at the last second because you don't want that to happen, obviously. But if you opt to stay, which they do, they go back to Stadium in this one, too. So going to keep rocking the Sheik pick. So let's see how it fares here compared to the Fox.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Phantom, I guess, didn't, re-switch, but I mean, maybe just after the raw success that they saw, that they had, it's like, oh, you struggle against my Sheik? Okay, I guess I'll stay here. But just look right now. Look at how calm he is, right? He's not doing anything crazy. He's not over-aggressing. He's just kind of doing the exact Sheik thing, right? Wave dash back, up tilts, wave dash forward with nairs, right?
Yeah.
He is doing what you're supposed to do, and I understands this, reads the situation perfectly, gets a good kill, but the match is far from over.
Yeah, you still got one. And yeah, I taken the first one too. Oh wait, another Texas scenario goes for the wrong read, but still gonna get some extra percent in the meantime. But that opening from I thought that'd be a grab right there. Just like a stare down for like a split second. Look each other in the eyes before they kind of resume. But there's a slide off with the light shield. Gonna stay away from the pressure. Because when you're on the platform, you gotta be wary of what she can just shark on you with.
Good defensive play from both right now, and this is Danny Phantom wants to stay competitive in this set. You've got to actually find this kill, which is can be hard, right? At 100%, the only real things that's going to kill is like a fair from an up tilt, which is exactly what he finds.
Exactly. That's just the bread and butter Sheik combo. Like I know it's so useful in so many matches. There. I thought they go for the knee.
Yeah,
they would go for it. No.
Stomp leads the knee at like every percent for Sheik. It's hard.
It's very tough. Here's the tech chase though.
That's a big read. I don't think you need to be going for that. Like, I think Phantom's already proven that he has the tech chase down. I just don't think you need to be like making these huge gamble callouts.
And they go down.
Homie stock for the halftime.
Oh yeah, for the halftime we need the third one. Nah, not quite getting it yet. But yeah, going back to center stage, going back to the wave dash back strat, just kind of waiting and waiting for the approaches. But there's a poke though from Ait. Nah, I'm gonna let that open. But Hal can try and hold stage a little bit.
There was that drugged Fox up there again, and yeah, too easy to get that knee. You have all the time in the world, and a very slight lead for Phantom. But you know what they say about leads?
One stock is not a lead, as it's said in the Mock Smash stock. Not Smash Bros. Anyway, Tech chase. Interesting one for a tilter, kind of called out, but they rolled away just as it came out. So good defensive play to kind of stay out of the combo. But the pressure coming a little bit more aggressive compared to the first couple of stocks, I feel like. Approaching
down
more.
Starting out now. Down tilt actually leads to a lot. It puts Falcon at a very juicy height. And a second SD, same side, same instance.
Yeah, if you're, you gotta think, okay.
Blame the controller.
Theory, yeah, gotta think here, but it's hard to.
You gotta talk to a new controller modder.
Yeah, hit up Nasty, hit up somebody else. Brienne can help you out. I know she would be good for it, but maybe there's a chance. There's gonna be a chance though. Got Sheik at 78, but you're also opening yourself up to some more percent on Sheik. That is a great read to get a grab. Dude, almost got the tilt after that too, just a little bit short in the distance. But yeah, just putting him back in the corner.
Just the pay, like, Ait screwed up with not only a Falcon kick, but more, and Phantom just is super content to just kind of stay out and just wait, and just say, like, okay, I don't need to push this. I'm not going to get spot dodge grab, and...
Yeah.
I mean, that started out, that game started off with, for 50%, Ait gets a kill.
Yeah.
And then it's one kill for 4. That's how much work Phantom did off of, like, 1.5 Sheik stocks.
Definitely. But then, like, the two SDs just taking the wind out of the sails And if you're fancy, you take those because we saw the Fox game didn't opt for it. If they did that, they would have lost that game. So you're gonna keep that in mind. Just stick with it. And like the punch game was on point. There was glimmers of hope there for sure, but no. Very
And here's where the
competitive one,
dual
though.
threat. Here's where the dual main threat comes in, right? What do you do if you're playing against a Sheik main? Oh, I'll take you FD. Do I want to get wave shined? Okay, I'll take you. You know, Dreamland. I mean, okay. I mean, Sheik doesn't hate it. Like it's maybe Cat Falcon's best stage, but it's fine for Sheik. Like Sheik never
Yeah.
kills off of the top anyways. It's all edge guards. So like, what are you gonna do? And then you're like, oh, I'll go Yoshi's. Okay. Oh, I got a Fox.
Yeah.
I got a Fox that loves those platforms and the movement from ledge. Like what?
Yeah.
Now what? Right? Like it's so hard to actually find a reasonable counterpick stage.
Because they just kind of pick you back, or it's like, oh, I have like a freezes here, and they're just up airing me a lot, or just like calling me up for like movement mishaps. Then yeah, it's gonna be tough. Because like Sheik defense wise, you're kind of getting combo like that. You just gotta hope you SDI out of wave shine. Hope they kind of miss to put a flub so I can grab you. But if they're just on their game, it's gonna be tough. So
Yeah, this is I mean, and that's actually why I think we're spending some time here before game 3. Oh wait,
no, sets over. Sets over.
that was I mean,
Yeah.
I thought for some reason that I took game 1. I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
where do you
No,
pick?
no, no, no.
What
It's
do
fine,
you
it's fine.
go?
Let's see. Be up soon. Okay, cool. Looks like what we got here. Check it out in the
That's-
chat too.
That was a little that was a little cringe on my part.
Check it out on the bracket. So we got. I'm not sure if we're doing the next one because I think we get the next casters in potentially.
Soon,
Cal-
yeah. I think the next switch is coming in. I think we have 1 or 2 more sets.
Yeah, because Joey Bats is playing Obama already. So Obama beating Captain Pretzel 3-1. Bats Obama in progress. So Obama going through Marth, Kirby, and now Ness.
What
And
what a strange bracket that this
going
guy's
down,
gone through.
going down the ladder as you progress further in bracket, dude. That's just like how it is. That's also what you again. I think about that character pool in this one. Showing its head once more. Just that's and I'm just wondering what those matches look like too.
Dude,
And
I
just-
actually
I'm
kind of wanted
hoping-
to see Joey Bats Lil Mitz. Ness
Ness
Puff.
Puff.
The battle of the back airs.
Battle of the back airs.
the spacing airs, yeah.
Projectile and PK fire and Puck could leave Puck vulnerable to like a back air if she does an SDI out. The throw combos you could potentially get, I feel like they wouldn't be too much though. And like edge guarding, how like Little Mitz felt about edge guarding Ness to go for the Thunder Jacket because you got to be careful with that, as especially as a floaty that can kill you really quickly. Let's see, Stone waiting for winner of Joey Bats and Obama. Joey Bats still up 1 game.
Oh,
Losers
Becca
bracket.
took a set off of Vibe. Let's go Zelda.
Ooh, Zelda's showing out tonight. Becca waiting. Where is she?
She's bottom of losers round 3.
Age playing Agent. They got a game off Agent too, so pretty competent. I think New York Fox, when I remember.
That's
you're right.
honestly anybody that can play Zelda and actually get stuff. Mad respect. Like
Yeah.
they could go out in losers round and be like, man, you're amazing. Like keep it up.